I want you and that young man to tie that knot. I'm gonna pray for you. And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes.
It's the old
He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped get off the island.
Let me get straight to the business. Got them lions in the building. Why you lying to the children? Why you lying to the children? RIGHTEOUS. Man, you know I've been to bed. Man, they know they no contest. Yahuwah, he do the bless. We will not see you tomorrow. Cause you cannot go to thought. All the sons and all the daughters. Standing hard with big manodas. But my son, he made me Taurus. On that line, I'm still a Taurus. Karate kicking Chuck Norris, 4-5 on my waist. If he started, will not hesitate to get retarded. Oh lordy, he ain't got a PowerPoint, he farted. He's running to the hills like a Philistine. Jihad hitting Hamites with the guillotine. Situation turned up with the ratchet team. JJ 7000 to the debate league. Yeah, I know them haters gon' hate me, but he won't debate me. Pistol off safety. He respond, come wake me. If I don't get up, nigga shake me. If he don't show up, then he fake G. I touch down and make these nigga nuts hate me. Dear brother, ballin' and crawling all the way from H-Time. Let me get straight to the business. Man, them lions in the building. Why you lying to them children? Why you lying to them children? You gon' cry, you gon' get it. Me, I'm like a frog, nigga, ribbit. Of course, it's in the spirit. I just got the Porsche, she can steer it. Mito caught the raw, Shaq and Willie. Lamborghini doors, you better not spill it. Mama's high, say I'm more than just a villain. Mama's cry, armed open wide for her children. Suicide, immortalized as the realest, yeah. Death by kind, black suicide. Let me get straight to the business. Got them lions in the building. Why you lying to them children? Why you lying to them children? RIGHTEOUS. Man, you know I been there. Man, they know they no contest. Yahuwah, he do the bless. Wow, what's that? Why didn't take it over? Number one debate league, you heard me? When it's up, it's stuck. I'm selling on everything, nigga. Metaphorically, of course.
Welcome to the Lion's Den. My name is Yeshaya Doc, and we're in the building tonight because we got a heavy, powerful show. A show that needs to be talked about. We got a brother coming on here, ex-member of the Isupk, not the original Isupk. The Isupk ran by a man called General Yohana. And this brother gonna spit out some truth. He got some truth to tell y'all. And without further ado, we're gonna let this brother speak. But we're gonna introduce the sister, the queen of the building, Karima. Introduce yourself. Karima, got to unmute.
Welcome to the Lion's Den. Please like the video if you enjoyed the information that's presented tonight. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube, please do so. And share. Thank y'all. Miss y'all.
And without further ado, we're going to this brother who was the next member of the Isupk, ran by, I ain't calling him general, but that's what he called himself, Commander General Yohana. But he told me and some other brothers yesterday some heavy stuff that we didn't know. And without further ado, we're gonna let this brother come on, introduce yourself, brother, and talk to the people.
My name is Tarap, and I'm a former member of the Isupk, former officer of 5,000, um, ex-camp leader of Kentucky. I was the first command in Kentucky, second in command in Indianapolis, and third in command here in Minnesota. Okay, that's like the brother said. I have a whole lot of information and things that people actually need to know, and this is not just for the people that's outside of the ISUPK, but also for the people that's inside of it also too. That's one of the reasons why I go through, the councils, all of that stuff. These things are supposed to be, in secret, but as the scriptures say, everything that's done in the dark should come to the light. So, I was just
And that's
wondering
exactly.
if,
Yeah, go ahead. Continue.
I was just wondering if anybody had any questions. I got to get my sea legs right quick on where to start.
All right, can I ask you a question quick? And I'll let somebody in the people in the chat could ask some questions. And Karima,
Okay.
you can see him because I can't see him though. You probably be able to see him. How did you get introduced to ISUPK, the second ISUPK, not the original, the second ISUPK?
Well, I had actually, because I used to, just like I brought out last night, I used to watch, IUIC, GOCC. I actually first found out that I was an Israelite through actually watching GOCC. Then, I started watching, eventually started watching, like IUIC, and I started watching Zabak. I started watching, a few other groups and things like that. Okay. And then, back then at the time, when I watched ISUPK, I never seen like their classes or anything at that point. I was actually watching their street teachings. And I love the way that they actually, blazed on Esau and everything, and Moab and all of the different, different nations and everything. I was pretty intrigued by that. But at that time, I wasn't, trying to really join anything at that time. Until, I had actually befriended a guy named Obadiah that was out of IUIC, Louisville, and the wife that I had at that time, she was out of, IUIC Louisville, which I had, like battles and everything with them. I had, debates with them. I was debating with them way back then. Okay. So, me and this brother, we got pretty cool and everything. And one day, we talking on the phone and everything. So, he's like, because he was actually wanting me to, join them. And I was like, and I had already had some real bad experiences with IUIC and all of that. So he's like, you just need some brotherhood. You need, some people, you need brotherhood and all of that kind of stuff, right? So I'm like, I listen to what he was saying. It seemed to be coming out of a sincere place. So I strongly considered it. And then the brother that I was talking about last night that I used to, we used to go up and down the streets and everything, dropping the truth on people. We wasn't having like camps or nothing. We would just go up and down Broadway. We hit the chicken spot, and Indy's chicken spot, and we'd go to like Taco Bell, White Castles, all type of places like that, and pretty much was dropping the truth on people from those places. So but he ended up moving out west. He ended up moving to Olympia, Washington. Moving like out where his dad was at. 'Cause his dad was like ex-military, stuff like that. He moved out there where his dad was at, but we still we had still kept in contact. And he told me that that he had got in touch with some ISUPK. He got in touch with the Officer Natazar, which we actually talked about, yesterday, that was out of Seattle, and he had got in touch with General Shalimar out in Washington D.C. and Captain Marquardt. He had their phone numbers. Captain Marquardt out of Chicago. Now Chicago was only 3 hours, about 5 hours rather away from Louisville, Kentucky. So I went ahead and called Captain Marquardt. So, we ended up talking and everything. And I'm like, I asked him the question of why y'all have an ISUPK in Louisville? Because I thought, I was kind of pretty dazzled up by him and everything, because, they come out with the whole thing when, when IUIC had those brothers locked up. Those brothers that didn't do the crime and everything, and they was bringing all of this stuff out. The brothers that didn't do the crime, they were supposed to have robbed some 7-Eleven or something like that in New York, and and they was like on Nathaniel, the leader of IUIC's head. So I looked at that as some super super good stuff, because he used to be on the police department. He ended up making detective and all of that kind of stuff. Certain things that they said and everything, and then when they start bringing out brotherhood and everything, because you really don't hear brotherhood in religion. It's not something that you really hear. So I figured, well, hold on, if these brothers is boasting on brotherhood like that, then that means they got to really hold themselves to it, or every damn thing that they doing is going to fall apart. The way that I look at it, they was taking a hell of a gamble if they're not about that. And that was one of the things that, kind of seduced me and made me, think that these dudes were, something great. Because actually they said some things that I never heard before. Coming out of actually the religious world. The only time you think about brotherhood and everything is in some type of gang or, the clan masonry or something like that, But it's the first time I heard this thing in a religious structure, because Christian church don't never talk about brotherhood and things like that, And you start to thinking, man, these guys really got each other's back, and that's a pretty attractive thing, because every black, black, Hispanic, and Native Indian person wants some type of brotherhood. Because look how we're treated in the societies inside the countries that we're at, So it's very seductive, and I bought into it, They sold it to me. They sold it to me real well. So I ended up calling up, Marquardt and everything, like I said, and what he ended up doing was, he ended up turning me on to Kapash. He gave me Kapash's number out of Indianapolis. So Kapash told me, report, once a week, every Wednesday, every Wednesday report. I can't remember exactly what time it was. I think it was 7 o'clock, something like that, and I never missed one report, and I never was ever late one time, So at the end of that 90 days of me doing this, I was already ready to go to work, ready to get flyers and all of that good stuff. And, that he had actually, gave me the flyers and everything, once I became a trooper. But, but my first order was to make it to the Passover, which was April the 23rd of 2016 in Harlem, New York, at what is it called, the Harlem Ballroom.
Ballroom.
I made it there. So what is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, because I don't even know if I
That's
can
where
even
Malcolm
pronounce
X
that
was
place
shot.
right.
No,
Right,
that was where
right.
Malcolm
That's
X
where
was
we had
shot.
the Passover. Right, that's where we
Okay.
had the Passover that year. So, I made it there, and I came with the wife that I had with her, her son. His heart really wasn't in it like that for real. He was ex, IUIC and all of that. Really, she just wanted, him to come with me or whatever to make sure that I wasn't trying to get at no other women and all of that kind of stuff. But anyway, so I'm like, well, hell, maybe in what I'm doing here, he'll be useful. So, made it there and everything. Went to, and seen some of the people that I seen on, on the YouTube and all of that kind of stuff, you know, and okay, ended up, making it back down to Louisville, Kentucky and all of that, and I got my name and everything. Okay, so me and the woman, we ended up falling out eventually. And I called up Captain Marquardt to see what to do about it and everything. And he told me to leave that night to make sure that I get up to Indianapolis, and be there with Kaposh, because it was actually a thing to help to build him up. He was Officer 5,000 and everything at the time. He had the rank of 5,000, but at the same time, he didn't have no officers up under him. And I was the very first officer that he had raised up. So, from being a trooper and all of that stuff, staying at the barracks, all of that. And eventually I passed the officer's test and became an officer of 50 and started teaching classes. Okay. Any other questions or?
Yeah, we got a couple of new people on the panel. So I'm gonna say Vanessa Delgado. You first. Go ahead. You got a question?
No. I was just kind of listening to the brother.
All right.
I talked to people from Isupk. I talked to the Mexican brother. I don't know where he stays in Mexico, but I talked to that brother that stays in Mexico. I talked to him, and he's a cool brother, man. He's a cool brother. He's out there trying to wake up Hispanics. You know what I mean? And he's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? I forgot his name, but he's supposed to be like a captain or something like that.
And he's a Mexican brother. You're not talking about Kazak, are you?
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the other one. I think the one that actually lives in Mexico, I think.
Oh, okay. And he said he's like a captain.
I don't know what he said he was, but he said he told me that I had to call him Lord. He said something like that.
What? He said you had to call him Lord.
Yeah, he said every time I talk to him, I gotta call him Lord. That's what he had told me.
Or maybe you sure he didn't say Ottawa?
Nah, he said Lord.
Lord? He don't sound like no captain, man. He sound like somebody that's new.
I don't know why he said that.
He don't sound nothing like no captain, and I never known Mexico to even have a captain.
I don't know what he was, but he was trying to act like he knew what.
Wait a minute, hold on. You're not talking about what? You're not. Is his name Herman Overstreet on Facebook?
I might have to find that brother. Let me see if I can find him.
Does he look like a white man?
He looked like a Mexican, but hold on, let me see if I can find him right now. Hold on, I'll tell you what's his name is. Hold on. I got him right here on. Nah, no, it's not Yaksa. That brother that you talk about is not him. It's some other brother. His
Until you find them, I'm gonna let somebody else come in. Yashar, you got a question?
Hey, shalom, family. No, I ain't got no question. I just came in late. I don't really be on too much with y'all, so I figured let me stop by and just chop up the family real quick. Just say peace and blessings to all of y'all. Blessing to the 12 tribes worldwide. I just want to say shalom, and like I said, man, I'm here to just be a spectator. I haven't been on the show in a minute. I just want to show love. That's all. Shalom.
Okay, that's what's up, man. The other brother would how you say your name?
Audemars.
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 That's right. Okay, you got a question for him?
Yeah, peace to everybody on the
panel.
Peace to everybody on the panel. What's his name? Power Priest?
It is Tarap.
Tarap.
Okay, peace to you, Tarap. Quick question, man. And this ain't Don't take this as something as a scoffing or a trick question, right?
All right.
um, we know that we see on these YouTube videos, even people who done, been downtown and seen the brothers, preaching, cussing out the people, this, that, and the third. Um, I had to lay out that context before I asked you the question, right? Being, I guess the title, what you said, you were an ex ISUPK.
Yeah, former ISUPK member, right?
Okay. How long you been out of them?
I've been out for a year. I left them on
Okay.
the Feast of Dedication in 2022.
Okay. I do want to ask you why. What was the reason? But before we get there, let me just ask you this one real quick. Cause I had this discussion with a brother that was also a ex. He wasn't ISUPK, but he was a part of the what's the brother? The Comforter, the so-called Comforter.
Right.
Yeah, I know him. That's
Yeah,
Tazadaki. That was Tazadaki.
Yeah, he was a part of Tazadaki little group. Um, so we had this little discussion, and I was just like, it came to a part where I pretty much said to him, um, who is more like the Lord? Who is more like Yahweh Shai, Yeshua, however you want to say his name, Jesus Christ? Who is more like the Lord? The person that's kissing the boot, or who is more in the spirit of the Lord? The person that kisses the boot, or the person that's receiving the kiss on the boot?
Well, you ask, is that a question you're asking me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the way I see it, neither one of them.
Okay.
Okay, let me explain why.
Okay.
The boot kisses, me myself, I was never big on a boot kiss, even though I was the very first one to get a boot kiss in our tri-state area, which is Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio. I
Ain't
was
that
the very
something?
first one to ever get a boot kiss down there in Louisville, Kentucky. I
Yeah.
never sweated the boot kiss thing, me myself. And the reason why, and the person that's getting the boot kiss, what they're doing it so they can get a well done from a hymen, gentleman hymen, and because they're junkies for to be to get a pat on the head from the men that's over them,
Right.
right? They're junkies to do that. Me, I never was a junkie for that. I'm more about effectiveness and results and things like that. A boot kiss does nothing for me. It never done anything for me. If you want
Yeah.
to do it, the way I looked at it, that's why I always ask the question: where were the repeated boot kisses? Why they just kiss the boot one time and then go on off? And you never see them again. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So let me
scripture.
tell you what's happening right
Okay,
there.
I'm listening.
When they kiss the boot and then they go off, yeah, they get broken down for that one little time period, get emotional and all of that stuff. And then, but at the same time, when they walk up the street, they come to their senses and back to their whiteness again. And then they
Mm,
sit there and think about how they humiliated themselves and their race right there on that camera before the whole world to see.
yep. Yep.
And they hate you even more after that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm,
Now, as far as the person that's getting his boot kissed, like I said, he's just doing it just for it's nothing because they're not going to yield. They're not filling up the donation buckets, are they?
nah.
Why they just
Exactly.
putting their lips on your boots? Why should I want this white man's lips on my damn boots? If nothing's coming behind it, if it's no, wealth of the wicked being laid up for the just, if it's none of that, there's no substance to it. It's just him putting his lips on your damn boots, and now it look like a fetish now, don't it?
Yeah, it look crazy for sure.
Yeah, yeah, it looks like a fetish now.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people think that the person that's kissing the boots, oh, he's just humbling himself before God.
Right. Right.
No,
Right.
he's not. Because if he did, it would be a follow-up act, wouldn't it? He'd be calling
Right.
you every damn weekend to see what you need. Hey, do y'all need waters out there?
Do you think
What?
they don't act that way because of the way that the brothers respond after the kiss on the boot?
No, that's not why. They inherently hate us.
Mm,
And the only thing that here's the thing: white people are not sincere like that, just like the Egyptians weren't. They started serving us and all of that, and started giving all of the Egyptians started giving all the gold and the jewels and everything to us because they were scared of what the Lord would do to them if they did not. They're not afraid of us in this day. You see what I'm saying? There is though, they still have all their wealth. Look at all the buildings and everything, all of that, when you go into these downtown areas where the boot kisses be at. And then you got to look at what type of person is kissing your boots. It's not no Donald Trump.
It's not the elite.
It's not nobody that's in one of them high up offices and stuff like that. Now that would be something. You get some high up executives and lawyers and everything, and they bow down and kissing your boots. No, it's meth addicts.
Right.
It's meth addicts, trailer park dudes,
alcohol,
poor white trash.
Right. Hobos. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because see, here's the thing. They come out there, they kiss your boots one damn day, and then they come out the next goddamn week with a bucket and they get more donations than you.
Well, let me from the perspective like scripturally, because we know, the two main scriptures that stick out to me is the one where it say that the strangers will bow down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where that is.
Okay, I know what you're talking about, but you know what? You know why they're gonna bow down? Because you have them in chains. You done broke all their strength. You done tore them up in war.
Submission.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you take prisoners of war, right? They're gonna. We ain't subduing them here. What race of white people have we subdued? And at that time, when you talking about that scripture, we done totally subdued them. We're gonna be bringing their kings in chains. And it said to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. Are we doing that now?
Where is it? Where is that Isaiah or who is that? Where is that written in?
I think that is in Isaiah, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So are we doing that now? We're not. They looking at us as the crud. You know what I'm saying? They looking at us as the crud of the earth. And they think that they doing God a real good service. If I bow down and kiss these boots, if I bow down and kiss this guy's boots or throw $5 in that donation bucket, everything from slavery is done. It's all in the past. Surely the sting of death has passed.
So you would be on the side that is like a thing of just hold up. What, bro?
Say that again. Can you say that again?
You said you would say that was something that is like of vanity. It's something that isn't, you know what I mean? It's not something that is
right. If the spirit is not right, that's what it is. It's done for Facebook. It's done for Facebook. They get pats on the back for stuff like it. It has no real substance to it though. Because you still gotta go, you still gotta hit you have to camp that Saturday, get a boot kiss that Saturday, you still gotta step yourself into work that Monday morning. And now you're not just kissing their boots. These dudes are kissing their ass.
Okay, so now the other aspect of it is that we saw, Christ. He was washing the feet of the prophets, and
right.
Some people be on the side of like, oh, these people they out here they kissing the prophet's boots. That's on the that's the spirit of the Lord.
For one thing, these dudes ain't even no prophets. Prophets, the ones that was called prophets in the Bible is people that the Lord dealt directly with. Remember when the Lord dealt with Elijah, dealt with, ain't none of them dudes rated down no far out of heaven. Ain't no that you knew who a prophet was.
How about heal
because
sick?
Whatever he said, yeah, exactly. And that was the work of the apostles right there. Prophet, what did Moses tell Korah and them? He said, this time tomorrow, we gonna see who the Lord's with. And what happened? The ground opened up and swallowed Korah and them and his house up. And everybody knew now it was reaffirmed. Moses is that dude. So what did they do to prove that they're prophets? You see what I'm saying? And then here's the thing. Even if the prophet wasn't doing, things like that. the Lord spoke directly to them and gave direct instruction. They don't
Now,
give
can I say
direct
something?
instruction. You have counsel. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. All we doing is regurgitating the information that he already inspired these men to write. So if you go into a scripture and say there shall be earthquakes, that was already given to Isaiah. Or if you go to Ezekiel, whatever he put in the mind of Ezekiel to write down, that divine wisdom, that divine understanding and knowledge was given to Ezekiel, Jeremiah, Malachi, the prophets of the Old Testament and the New Testament. All we are doing is regurgitating the information that he already inspired them to know. So how are you going to be a prophet? I'm going to say this too, one more. If we the prophets, I'm saying these cats here, why don't you go to the sick? Go to these hospitals where you see all our people at.
Right.
These sick babies, these sick patients in the bed. Touch them and make their sickness go away.
Calm.
You understand? Call rain from the sky. You dig what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right.
Call rain from the sky. You know what I mean? You can't do none of these things. He is not working with us on that level like that. All we're here to do is direct our people back to him. Point blank, period. That's all you're here to do.
Right.
That's it.
Right. And just same job that a father is supposed to do with children, but that don't make the father a prophet. He just, you know what I'm saying? He just directed the children. And the men that direct the people, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much like we're saying, just, you know, directors of the people.
You think
as far as with, you know,
you think they, not to cut you off, brother, but do you think that and it's a pleasure to have, you know, someone of your, you know, your stature to be, you know, a part of a group that is such, you know, so known, it's you know, the Isupk has got a lot of clout, you know what I mean? And it's dope to see, you know, people of your stature to, you know, have these type of conversations with the people, man. Because you know it's definitely needed. And I do see a lot of more people, you know, that have been associated with these camps and been a part of these doctrines. You're starting to see a lot more people just questioning the doctrines more often. You know, and so I mean, another question I would like to just ask you is just do you think they are as so-called prophets? Do you think are they going about it the right way when it comes to waking up Black and Hispanics as well as the nations? Like, I guess what I'm asking is, waking up the rest of the nations as important as waking up the 12 tribes?
Okay, you wake up the 12 tribes, but what you got to do is you got to accuse the other nations of their wrongs against the 12 tribes, against the Lord and against the 12 tribes. You know, you tell them where they've been wrong at, because see, here's the thing, you know, like in America and everything, you say, well, the white man did this and did that, you're going to get attacked by your own damn people more than you're going to get attacked by anybody else. That's how you know you're doing something right. You see what I'm saying? When Black people attack you, you know, and white people is waiting in the wing, but see, they ain't got to be so out front with it because your own people is attacking you. You know, you're doing something right. You know, when your own is attacking you like that, they sit there, no, it don't matter who Esau is. It don't matter who Moab is. Look at what Black people doing to Black people. All of that type of stuff. You keep doing what you're doing because you know you're doing something right. You know, because Black people have demons on them, the same damn demons from slavery on them today.
Interesting.
So you know, what you saying basically is,
think about it,
our people, you saying our people repeating the same offenses they committed in the past?
Yes. Nat Turner did shit. You know, he had a lot of people come against him. And Nat Turner was called the prophet. That's another thing about a prophet too. A prophet is not going to give a damn how many oppositions you come up with. He going to do what God say to do. He could be 100,000 people against him at the same time. That man can stand alone. You know what I'm saying?
Who you think is the best
Jeremiah.
representative? Hey, who you think? I'm about to dip off. How you say your name was your car?
Tarap.
Karak.
Tarap.
Tarap.
I'm sorry,
Right,
brother. Before I dip, who is the best representation of the Hebrew Israelites at the moment? If there was somebody that, if there was a group, if there was somebody, specifically that you would, if you wanted to direct somebody, to get that truth from, which group or person?
Nobody. I would say nobody.
Just like what Jonathan Taylor said, nobody.
Because I'm going to say this, because I say this too, and I'm going to let you hit it up. Here's the thing. What a lot of people need to understand, no camp that you follow is an automatic ticket to the kingdom. Y'all, you understand? So all you have to do, the Lord is going to judge you, me, everybody on the panel by how you lived according to his word. That's what's going to get you in the kingdom. Not because this man in this camp said this, not because he said that over there or over here or over there. The camp don't determine nothing. Who determines your fate is the creator and his son, period. Point blank. That's it. And once you figure that out, you're on easy street.
Right. And because here's the thing. The same demons that's on one camp is on the other. Satan's running rings around niggas right now. And it's going to take Christ to straighten all of this out. You get 100 Hebrew Israelites in a room. We're going to all start to argue.
Of course.
We're going to all start to argue. And the Lord ain't with that. Don't the scripture say he's not the author of confusion? Well, you have a whole lot of confusion there. So that means who is inside that room?
Can I say something to you? You notice there's certain groups, especially your Hunter, he's saying that we the home of the truth. Now, I'm going to say this too. How can one man or one organization have all of God's truth? All of us on the panel got a piece of his truth. We might speak it in different ways, but we all got a piece of the truth. No one man gonna guide us to the promised land on this earth. There ain't nobody here.
Right.
You understand? Now, of course, what I want to get into, your experiences dealing with the man over that organization, the Isupk. It's not the original Isupk. I'm going to say something, and I'm going to let Malachi get in. I'm going to let you get the back. When that man was left the school, right, and the school was changed unto the Church of Jesus Christ or something, I can't remember the whole name. All he did was, I'm telling everybody listening here, all that man did was take the original name of the school and placed it upon himself. That's all he did. Now, my question to you is, Tarap, what was your experience dealing with him from the first time, and what was your experience dealing with him when you was just about to leave? What kind of person to you did you see? The good and the bad. Explain to the audience, please. Okay,
but my first time meeting him was in right in Harlem, at the Passover. I took some pictures with him and General Hyman and them. I didn't know those guys like that then. I thought it was some pretty cool stuff, to take some pictures with the generals. I took pictures with General Kathanga Bar, and all of that. Took some other pictures, Captain Kataza and a few others and things like that. So I wasn't really able to get a read on him then. All right. So now, fast forward and everything. I graduated, Hebrew Academy, and I wasn't really able to get a read on him then either. I remember he took us all to the Golden Corral, things like that. But the time that I got to really get a get a look into his character was when I was already an officer of 5,000. I just pretty much became that. Oh, wait a minute. I did have a small little smidgen of a conversation with him one time because me and a guy named Apataza, he's a captain of Ohio right now. We were both low ranking at the time, but we was given the order to pick up to meet them at the airport. They already had their own rental car, whatever. Was to meet them at the airport in Indianapolis. So we met up with them and everything, and I seen they were sitting in like in the lobby. It was Jenna Hyman, and Jenna Johanna, and a few other people around and everything. So I chopped it up with him for a little second, and I was like, yeah, I'm the because he didn't know who I was really like that. So I was like, yeah, I'm the camp leader of Kentucky. He's like, oh, really? Such and such, So there was a little short little thing. It wasn't even you can't even really call it a conversation. But the next time though, here's the funny thing about it, because there's a woman that I was courting, and one of his generals ended up marrying her. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much kind of swooped her out from up under me or whatever the case was. I really didn't. I ain't trip on it, but it was what it was.
But did he know you? Did he know you was court? Sorry to cut you off. Did he know you was courting her?
He knew it. Yes, he knew it. Him, Hyman, all of them generals and everything knew it.
That's the one that
reared her up, including the one that wiped her up. They all knew it. It was all over, and that's what I learned, not to do that. I learned for us not to, because I had her change her status, to married and everything. I was still young in the whole the way things move like that. But people start to sabotage you once they know that you courting a certain sister and all this and that. And people will start to press up on her, and then women will come around and start to try to get in her head. All kind of silly, crazy stuff like that happens inside the Isupk. That's why, I learned my lesson to keep my courtships secret if it was some woman that was inside the organization. There's a woman out there in the world that is something different, But they knew that. And I figured it was.
I don't want to sound stupid, man, but you should have had a name tag on her. I am with blah, blah, blah. And had it on her dress, man, so everybody would have seen that, man. Because that's foul to me, bro.
I did tell her to do one thing. I did tell her to do one thing, though. I told her what I would be wearing, because I'll be wearing, I like rocking black fur, and I told her to wear black fur matching what I'm wearing. She comes in with fur, but her fur was blue. So that was a sign to me right there. And then she was acting like real funny and things like that, Okay, there was a bunch of stuff, that happened, with that. But, fast forwarding though, my other, and this is the one where the event, it was the expo in 2018 in Indianapolis, Indiana, where all of these people came down. This is how I started to get a good insight into who this dude is. All of these people came from all these different states and all of that to come to Indianapolis, and it was the first big event in Indianapolis, the Isupk event, in all of Indianapolis and everything, and the last one. All right. So all of these people come in and everything. We had this big old duplex, 6-bedroom, all of that stuff going right. All right. Now, the generals that showed up, because I was over the food, so I made sure that the food, it was going to be food. I hopped on that food real quick, and I figured, okay, the generals might show up early, so I just started rocking burgers and dogs. And two of the brothers that they took to camp, because they took all my men and snatched them off and brought them to camp. You know, I'd made me my own team, you know, to help me as far as with the food department. They snatched all my men and brought all them dudes to camp, which they didn't even need all of them damn dudes. You talking about 40 dudes at a damn camp. Well, two brothers, you know, they called me up and was like, you know, it's like, yes, sir. They like, do you want us to come and help you? Because I didn't have no damn body to help me. I'm like, hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Come on out here and help me. So, you know, Azah and Madara came to help me, you know, with the, you know, and we just started rocking burgers and dogs, burgers and dogs, burgers and dogs. So now the generals did exactly what I thought that they might do. They didn't go to camp. They showed up early, right? So now at least they have something to eat now, something to drink, you know, things like that. But, you know, later on in that day, well, no, it was a brother that came, you know, from Kentucky that came up with two of his friends, right? And the drinks hadn't showed up there yet. You know, the drink, you know, as far as the liquor and everything hadn't showed up. And those brothers asked for, you know, for a drink, and we didn't have it. They ain't want no pops or no damn, you know, water or that. They wanted some liquor, and we didn't have none. But the generals try to put it like we denied them a drink. And that's how I knew something was ready. General Yohana, General Mahayman, General Q, those dudes try to put it like we denied them a damn drink. And that's when I know, okay, look, I know that I'm ill-savored here now. All right. This is another thing. You know, when I seen him face to face and everything, I tried to, you know, give a kind gesture, you know, but he just looked at me with this mean mug. Like somebody, you know, like I'm supposed to wilt
Who
and
looked at you
bow
mean?
down
Who had a mean
and
look
put
at you?
my head down and shit. Huh?
Who had a mean look at you? Who had a mean
Yohana.
look at you?
Yohana.
Okay.
You know, he just like mean mugging me. You know what I'm saying? So now, okay,
What was he dressed? What was he dressed? What was he dressed like?
I don't think
Can
he
you
was
remember?
he wasn't in like a garment or nothing at that time. You know,
Okay.
because this is the time where everybody chilling. You know, supposed to be chilling and, you know, eating and drinking and things like that. This is that type of time. It ain't time for camp or nothing like that. You know, have a UPK shirt on, some jeans, you know, that type of thing. All right. So now I'm starting to get the idea that, okay, maybe I'm not too well liked with this guy, you know. All right, no sweat. All right, now later on, now see, I was a new officer of 5,000, and there was officers of 5,000 that was above my rank. So one of the officers of 5,000, I think he was out of Detroit or somewhere. He goes, yeah, take it now. See, at the time, General Yohana had went to Kapash's truck to have a secret conversation with Kapash. So they out there in his truck, right? And a brother, you know, he has some drinks, you know, 2 drinks, and he's like, take this out to see if the generals want something. The general wants something to drink. General Kapash wants something to drink. Okay, so I go out there and everything, you know, and I walk up on the truck with the drinks, and I'm like, and I asked them if they wanted something to drink. Well, Yohana goes, nah, you know, and then it was a car. I'm like, okay, cool. So a car came past and everything, you know, the car went kind of close a little bit, and then he like nudges his head to the side. Yeah, and watch out for them cars. Real nasty like. I'm like, okay, yeah, okay. Let's see what's going on here. These niggas is great, you know what I'm saying? This is gonna have some type of ramifications to it. Now, way that I'm seeing it is, you know what it looked like? You know another reason why the nigga got mad? Because it looked like that I was trying to eavesdrop on what them 2 niggas was talking about. By the order of that nigga that gave me, you know what I'm saying, the order to send the drinks out to that truck. You know what I'm saying? It made it look like, because see, that's what a lot of these women do. You sitting there having a conversation with these women. If I'm having an important conversation, which me, I'm not trying to eat. I'll do that shit when that's over with. We having a council or some shit like that, man. I'm not trying to eat at that time. I'm trying to keep my head sharp. I'm not trying to have a mouthful of goddamn food while we got an important matter here. But what they'll do is, you know what I'm saying, while you just kicking it around and shit, they ain't, you know what I'm saying, like bras, they trying to bring you to a plate. But they see you having a serious conversation. Next thing you know, you look over to your damn left and there's a plate coming. You know what I'm saying? And if you refuse the plate, be like, no, not right now, sister. She get mad. You see what I'm saying? Like you refusing her food. You know, so what they really be trying to do at that point, they trying to eavesdrop. So they can run and go tell things. Well, that's the way that he was looking at me when I brought them damn drinks out. And then you got to think also, too, what people be saying behind your back, because Philly and New York and all of that shit, them niggas gossip more than niggas in the goddamn Deep South. I thought niggas in the Deep South was good with gossip. Them goddamn Yankee niggas was something else. You know? I'm dead serious. All the gossip seemed to come out of fucking Philly.
Now,
and it'd be damaging gossip because you got so much rank in these places.
Give me
a
breakdown. Give me a breakdown of each man in there of the rank. Your take on each of these men. All these, I'm gonna say fake generals because really they ain't no general in any damn thing. But give me your take on your Hunter, Mahyman, and the other two, one by one.
Okay. Johanna, Johanna wants to run everything through Mahyman. He wants to be able to back off, you know what I'm saying, and let Mahyman pretty much practically run everything. Somebody that he knows that is a goddamn a dictator or something, you know what I'm saying? While he can, make himself kind of seem like the good guy. It's almost like a bad cop, good cop, bad cop type of deal. Except he's just not that good with playing the good cop. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna say, obviously greedy. Obviously greedy, and he's the type of dude that tries to separate himself to where I'm an officer 5,000 didn't even have access to this dude. Officer Makoboff was Officer 1,000, and put in all of this work and all of that, and was honored and everything. And he still, when he needed to have an audience with him inside of a damn council, Johanna refused it. Because he doesn't want to have to correct his generals. And the way that I look at it, they all got something on each other. That's the way that I look at it.
So is
Now
that
Mahyman, huh?
brother, is that what led to you leaving the camp?
Brother, it's a whole lot more than that, brother. A whole lot more than that. I still ain't told every damn thing. I don't, huh?
We hear a lot of people, it sounds like more that it was like a personal thing that was going on between y'all, but we hear a lot of other testimonies from people that they more had issues with the doctrines. Brothers wasn't allowing them to ask certain questions. We hear a lot of that. So was there anything dealing with the doctrines that
It
caused
was
you to
nothing
leave as
dealing with
well?
it was nothing dealing with the doctrines to make me leave, because see, I understand, even with, I never believed that ISUBK had the total truth and everything. I just thought they might be better than everybody else. I mean, it's always room for improvement and learning things and stuff like that. There's always room. So I never really held that against them like that. I figured, it's just certain things that they just didn't know. So my thing was, the school's whole real purpose, when a nigga found that out, the whole purpose And, the fundamental flaws that they don't want to correct, they're leaving men open to be hurt that should not be hurt. I was more the way that they do their brethren, because the same damn thing that got me into them is the same goddamn thing, the lack of it, that got me the hell out. You know what I'm saying? It was the idea of brotherhood that got me in, and the lack of it that got me out. As far as with the doctrine, there was a lot about the doctrine that I didn't agree with. But I believe that even though, certain things and hiccups here and there, the overall thing should be good. The goal and the purpose should be is good. That's what so I thought. But once I started to find out, wait a minute, hold on. This ain't about the kingdom of God. This is about men's selfish ambition.
Right.
I started to find that out. I mean, what good is a damn doctrine when you don't know how to treat people? When you have rigged councils and things like that? That sounds like Sodom and Gomorrah. Because Sodom and Gomorrah wasn't just known for being homosexuals. They were known for having super corrupt judges and people that's in positions of power being extremely corrupt. They were known for that. Just like America is. If you were rich and well liked, you was good. You go to court with a poor person, you gonna win.
Yeah.
So when you got that going on, you're not dealing with the Lord. Then you moving just like the world. You know what I'm saying? That's why this place is called Sodom and Egypt.
I mean,
so
we seen it with Taza Doc, the so-called
right.
comforter. That brother
So
had
now
a
you got
huge organization.
Yeah. And he got them men hypnotized and seduced into oppressing the men up under them. So now, what does the scripture say? If a king hearkens to lies, all of his servants, not some of them, all his servants are wicked. Ain't that what the scriptures say? It don't say, well, there's some good brothers among them and all of that kind of stuff. No, it don't say that. It says all of his servants are wicked. That's what the Bible say. It's not me saying that.
I really believe that all the camps, man, they should get a judge from each camp to where they are all, to where that would be the congregation, to where, just as the scriptures tell us that, we went to the Levites to handle our, social and legal matters. You know what I mean? Like all the camps should just that would cause
Yeah,
that would
but
stop a lot
but
of
see, we have to think. What
yeah.
eventually ended up happening to the Levites? They ended up becoming, but during the time of Christ, they was just as goddamn corrupt as the people.
Yeah.
The scriptures also say a gift destroys the heart. So what was the Levites getting? Gifts. Next thing you know, you got Caiaphas setting up on the throne that said it's expedient that we have one die, so that we all could be saved. Actually, it was all of that stuff to kill Christ was a political move, and it was moved forward also by the priests. Caiaphas, the high priest, was down with it. He ain't try to stop it, did he? And he was high priest. Niggas start trying to kill each other for the priesthood is when you go into Apocrypha. You know what I'm saying? Niggas wanted that seat. They start playing politics.
Yeah, and on that note, let me just come in. This is Brother Malachi. Look, I'm hoping that my microphone is up and you can all hear me because I've been dealing with some technical difficulties when my microphone is being turned down deliberately. If you can hear me, I'm just going to let me know. Look, I want to thank you, Tarap, for coming in and having the courage to lay down what myself, Yeshaya Da, have been laying down for a very long time. Now, for those of you who are tuning in, I want to say hello to Yah's son, Pito, Filippo, Sosa, Iron Nana, Plus Beats, Riot Pack, Sister Nand, and Blazak. All our dedicated who come in and vibe, click, and politics. But look, let me just say this to you, man. We must understand that all that's happening throughout the various Hebrew Israelite communities is happening not by accident, but by grand design, by United States design, by the Illuminati and Rosicrucian design. We have to understand that, listen, all these groups with Johanna, punk ass, along with IUI Israel United in Cain, along with GOCC,
Right.
Gatherers of Cain's Children, along with ISUCK. All of them are on the payroll of and directly under Satan's control, just like you had the Hellenists, the Herodians, of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. You had sellouts then, and you got sellouts now. See, Jay, I'm gonna keep on saying this, man. This is a lot deeper than what people want to understand. The United States government, J. Edgar Hoover's long dead, but the counter intelligence program is in still full effect. Mostly all the UPK Israelite groups are corrupt and are gone now, man. Bought off and sold, controlled opposition. Okay? Johanna been a schmuck, a power mongering little schmuck from yesterday to today. And why you got a name call? Come call him what he is, man. It pains me that here it is, 3 decades and some change later, I'm still hearing he's the same damn sniveling piece of shit. I don't mean to be cursing, but piece of shit he was when I was coming up as a young man in this, and he's still a damn demon. And why why the Lord won't start eliminating these scum? I don't understand it, man. It don't make no sense to here it is. We out there talking about Arab TD Jakes, Diddy, and all that. We got all kinds of creeps and cretins running around in Israelite clothing, deliberately making mockery of the ministry, deliberately misusing sisters and sexually abusing sisters left, right, and center, giving the demonic entitlement. This is why it's not by accident, by grand design, that at one time here we were, at one time unified, where everyone collectively made upwards of $10 million in one unit, and you had Johanna, I'm gonna name lawyer, roll call, Micah Allah, Yashawan. If y'all listening, I'm talking about you, man.
Hey, baby,
this ain't gonna be forgotten. Johanna punk ass, right along with some who are now dead and gone, who led us astray and have put this whole ministry in shambles. So
baby,
understand. So when we come up in here, man, what we doing is not trashing the Israelite ministry, but letting you know that what you see going on, man, is high. When Ephesians 6:11 tells you that we are not battling flesh and blood, but principalities in high places. And these demons walking around in Israelite clothing, Johanna included, are all in on the left-hand side and bought out and sold out. That's SOULED.
See, man, I believe a lot of this will start changing once we start showing more credence to Isaiah 14:1. And to my understanding, y'all may disagree, but this was a lot of the reasons why I was asking when the brother first came on. When I first came on to ask my original question was dealing with the kissing of the boot and everything. You know, I have a I guess you could say the spirit of, looking out for the fatherless, for the widow, for the orphan, you know what I'm saying, for the stranger, you know what I'm saying, the Isaiah 14:1 stranger, the one that will be what's the word that it is used, that they would be joined, but there's a specific word that was used in Isaiah 14:1. If anybody could get that scripture for me. What's the word that it say, man? It's to the effect that they would become two. So I guess the point I'm just trying to make is that once we start seeing these Israelite brothers start speaking up for the rest of the strangers that are supposed to be joined amongst the stick that is Israel and Joseph, then we won't see so much hogwash, and muddying of the waters going
Okay,
on.
hold up. The strangers that you're speaking of, the stranger we're supposed to be speaking up to, are the strangers that within the Commonwealth of Israel. When you go to Ephesians 2:11, that's spoken about those Israelites who are still walking around out here lost. See, we come into the lost sheep of the house of Israel first and foremost, because see, what good is going to anybody else? And here we are still divided and lost. We got our women and children out here lost in the sauce, brothers out here lost in the sauce, being deliberately destroyed. See, I'm not concerned about no other stranger, but trying to get those of us who are lost and looking for the light right.
How we supposed to
See,
receive our servants though, brother?
and that's hold up
If they
because
don't,
hold
if
up.
they
You know
don't
what,
know, if they don't know their place.
brother, hold up. See, that's secondary. That is not what we. That's not important right now. We can't even
I
serve each
disagree.
other. Here, we can't even serve each other. That what we need to be focused on before anything else. Yahweh said through Christ, seek the kingdom first, and then everything else will be added. And that kingdom talking about our moral and civil structure. We can't serve each other. Here it is, you got everybody with all these egos wanting to be the one, but here it is, all we were calling here to be first and foremost are servants. That's all I ever want to do. But see, it's hard to serve when you have among you demons. And see, yeah, everybody come up in here with an addiction. You got power addicts, you got money addicts, you got sex addicts. And Satan is misuse. See, money, power, and sex is not evil in and of itself, but see, it's how you go about getting it. And Satan has used those three as a weapon throughout the centuries, and unfortunately, it hasn't failed yet. So my concern is not with the strangers of other nations that are joined. I'm talking about the strangers of our people who are being ransacked and ran through. When I hear Brother Tarap, 30, here it is, man. 30 years later, and Johanna is still the same skunk he was. That is ridiculous, man. Damn.
You don't think
And
the
we want
people
to talk
got a
about,
full understanding that we are the Israelites, that blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, that you don't think we done get to a point where we understand that? You don't think we there
Yeah.
yet? You don't think we there yet?
Can
brother,
I go
if
ahead
we
and
would,
say
hey, hold up, you
something?
know what? I'm going to say no, we not there yet. You know how you know we not there yet? Oh, look at all the madness that is contaminating not just the UPK sector of the Israelite community. You got the Ben Amin community that's in disarray, and all these other Israelite groups of
Somebody
our
got a
people in
mute. I'm
disarray.
hearing a feedback.
Yeah, somebody mute up. So nah, man, we far from mission complete. Oh, here it is, right? We come on here, Lions Den, try to lay it down. We'll get maybe a couple of hundred views, but now a show like this will generate thousands because everybody just listen, want to be driven by the salaciousness, but don't want to be a part of the process of what? Healing the nation. Like Christ said, the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Now, some of y'all may notice I'm yelling. I have to do this because somebody's jamming my mic. So I got to speak as loud as possible. Hopefully I'll be heard. So forgive me, but I'm dealing with some things behind the scene. But moving on. So now, young brother, we far from mission complete. When I have to hear this brother come up in here and talk about a group and a person that was a general from way back when, and a general pain in the ass of our nation and our people, and still and still carrying on like an entitled punk, like he was yesterday. That is mind-boggling. It is absolutely madness. And here I am dealing with, I'm gonna call it PTSD, post-traumatic spirit disorder, with all these kooks and crazies that are running amok. So
Look,
nah, man,
hey, look,
we have
it's
not reached
cleave.
our peak at all, brother.
Hey, look, it say cleave to the house of Israel. It say Isaiah 14:1. Strangers shall cleave to the house of Israel. That word cleave is powerful, brother. And I don't think that's being focused on enough. All we see, all we hear on these YouTube streets, even on the downtown, wherever downtown you stay at, you hearing, salvation is for Israel, salvation is for Israel. Forget these dirty ass Edomites, these dirty ass Moabites. But what about the Moabites that do believe in Christ? What about the Moabite or the Edomite that do believe that you, as a black, Hispanic, Native American man or woman, is of the seed in the house of Israel? What about them? It's telling you right here, Isaiah 14:1. It said all through Isaiah that the stranger will be joined amongst Israel. So when are we going to start bringing some attention to these parts of the scriptures? That there's one law for the stranger, one law for the native born, right? That there's a circumcision of the heart, the foreskin of the heart. When we gonna start doing that? And when
I'm
we
gonna
start
ask a
doing that,
question.
yeah,
Somebody mute up. Who did the Messiah shed his blood for? Was that for all nations? Yes or no? It's either a yes or no.
you asking me, brother?
Yes. Because when you read the book of Romans, the 9th chapter, it tells you that the adoption, right? Talk about the adoption. The
You know
adoption
what?
is him.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. He did shed his blood. You know why? And I'm gonna tell you why he shed his blood for all nations, so he could judge the
Why?
nations. So he can judge the
No,
nations, because he can't
no.
judge
You
the
know how you
nations
know
unless
that's a
his
lie?
blood was okay.
How's he going to judge all the nations when the Israelites was the one that broke the law? The law was given to Israel through Moses, right?
For sure,
Did Moses give the law to Israel?
for
Did he give
sure.
it to the Egyptians? Did he
No,
give it
he
to the
did not.
Babylonians, the
No,
Syrians?
he did not. No,
Okay,
he
then
did
so
not.
hold on, wait.
I'm following you.
So if the law was, all right, the law was given to Israel, Israel broke it. So there had to be a redeeming of Israel by the shedding of blood. So he had to come down from the throne where the Father was and shed his blood for Israel to give Israel a second chance at rulership. Okay? You want to pull out scripture? Go to the book of Acts 5, the 5th chapter. Give me Matthew's 121. Also give me hold on, Luke 168, and also give
We shouldn't
Romans.
even hold up. We don't, real talk. We shouldn't even be going to no sermon, man. We
Yeah,
ain't
and
talking
then
about
But
this
we
is what
gotta
I'm
go through
hold
this.
on.
no,
What I'm
we're not
saying.
going to no
You see
sermon.
the hold on. You see the title. Mute.
What?
You hold on. Mute. You see the title. I understand that you have issues that I can bring you up here one day and you can bring out your issues of what you feel we should be dealing with. You will have a opportunity to present it to the world or whatever. But you see the title. It's this man's testimony. You feel me? Of what he's experienced with with this these camps. So you're
Organization.
changing the organization. You're trying to
So we got
change
to
the
stay on
narrative.
topic is basically what Kareem was saying. We got to stay on the topic.
Stuff that has nothing to do with that. And then
Right.
or
So we could do that later. So Tarak, get back into your testimony, please.
Con, con.
So Rock, let
Um,
me ask you. I want to ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, brother. In all honesty, right?
all right.
I've heard reports, but now I want to know firsthand. Is Johanna trying to replicate the original Israeli Church of Universal, as it was called, Israeli Church of Universal Practical Knowledge? Is he doing this whole seven foolishness and all that going on?
Yeah, he is actually doing it because that's the very thing that can authenticate him. Because see, if he veers too off from that, then if he doesn't try to recreate that, then his authenticity is going to be in serious question. You know, so yeah, he is trying to do that. He really is trying to do that. That's why he has the 7 generals, and he has his captains and all of that stuff. He's trying because here's the thing. He would be if he's not doing any of that, then he will come across as a fraud. That's the reason why, it's all like a political move. That's the reason why he wanted to take a picture with, Elder Kazak. This is all done to authenticate himself. That's the reason why he's doing it, so he can say since 1969. Now we know Johanna did not start his school in 1969, but it's a reason why they claim 1969, right? He tries to put it like he held on while everybody else fell off, and he kept the same doctrine, kept all this, and kept all of that, to make it, like I said, to authenticate himself and to make himself not look like the counterfeit that he is.
Mm-hmm. Now, can I say something? Can I jump in quick? I'll let you get the floor back. Now, you was on the phone yesterday with one of the original. Somebody got to mute up. Mute up the noise, man. Mute up. Okay. Sorry. Now, when I get back on, when you was on the phone with one of the original 7, right? Now, I'm going to name them. It's Masha, Ariyah, Yaikwa, Lahab, Yeshaya, Shah Kazak. That's it. He's claiming to be number 8. That man was never up in that rim. There was only 7 hierarchy men in the school. And Johanna was not the 8th man. He's a damn liar, and he gonna take that damn lie to the grave. You know what I'm saying? That's all that man is good for. He gonna tell lies. And everybody that's following him, you're putting your life in danger. Following this clown. Any of these damn clowns, you put your life in danger. No man got on this truth. No man went to the Father himself and said, Pops, Yahweh, how much it's gonna cost for me to buy this truth? And I have ownership of this truth. You can't do that. You can't claim to sell a man who know he an Israelite that he ain't a truth because he ain't following the marshmallow man, Johanna. This man got balls. But I'm gonna tell him something, man. You better listen good, man, if you listening. Clean the wax out your ears, dude. The Father gonna destroy you. He gonna destroy Nate. He gonna destroy all liars. You dig? If you lying on his word, your black asses are doomed. I'm telling you that. Whether you believe it or not, I don't give a damn if you do. But I'm letting y'all know. If you follow these damn fools, you are putting your life in danger. You better take heed to what I'm telling you. I come out the original school. I know all the men that was up in that hierarchy position of authority, and he was not one of them. And he got the damn nerve to tell this lie to all his members, like they gave him the keys to the one Isupk. That's a damn lie. I pray the Lord put your ass to death, man. Because this madness that you teaching and telling these people in there is got to stop. And the only way it's going to stop is when your ass is in the graveyard, bruh. Tazadaki ain't running his big mouth no more, saying he's the comforter. He's gone. I hope you next on his list. You dig? Because to play with this truth is you playing with fire. And the Lord got the fire. And when he bring the fire, he going to burn y'all asses up. I'm just letting you know. The time to stop playing with the Father is today, now, not tomorrow, because ain't no man, woman, child promised to see tomorrow. Either we gonna wake up now or never. Tarap, get it back in, bro. Sorry for taking up that time.
Let me ask a question, Tarap. Tarap, so you said he has 7 generals. Now, how do they validate themselves as being the end all and be all and know other scriptures? And you're telling me that here they are carrying on like thugs. If you don't vow or give obeisance to, how did he even come up with the 7 generals? Please break this down.
I mean,
He might have stepped away.
No, I'm mute. I think he muted his mic.
Oh, there
Oh,
you go.
okay, I'm back in. Yeah, it was based off the 7 heads. You know, it was
So he
based
just
off the
so
7
you
heads.
just saying he recopying what was going on in the original One West School. That's all he doing.
Right,
He just
right. That's what he's
replaying
doing.
everything. That's all. Go ahead.
Right, right. Yeah, that's pretty much what he's doing. Just and here's the funny thing about it, because the only ones that really seem to have any authority is actually Muhammad and Johanna. The other ones, sometimes he make them look like little imbeciles. Sometimes, make them look like they don't know. See, that's one thing about Muhammad. Muhammad, and in Muhammad's mind, anybody that's under his rank is stupid, even his generals. That's the way that he thinks of things, and they follow him pretty much like is the Johanna's the money man.
Well, I want to say something on this dude. From what I saw when I saw that video about what he was telling Will Smith to Chris Rock to go have sex with Will Smith's wife. That didn't sound like an intelligent man to me.
No,
And
it
the
did
man,
not.
can I say one more? When the man was talking on the same video, he says, I know where to get the best dope in Philly. Did that sound like a man of God?
That's
Wouldn't a
crazy.
man check it
It
out.
sound like-
Hold on, I'm gonna let you
sound
get
like-
That's
yeah,
crazy.
can I say this quick? A man of the Lord would be pushing you towards trying to get away from that, not pushing you to it. Dig what I'm saying?
Right,
Go ahead, Doc.
right. And the way that he said that, it sounded like he was thinking about a T-bone steak from Outback's or something. Outback Steakhouse. I remember that. He said,
Hey man, y'all snapping right now.
they didn't remember the look, the countenance that he had on his face when he was saying that. Oh boy, was he reminiscing. He couldn't wait for class to get over, huh? So that he can go where that good dope in Philly is at. That's the way that I perceived it. He got the taste in his mouth.
You mean he craving
now-
that good dope?
Right. So now, how does that go across to the people that are actually listening to him that had a drug addiction in Philly themselves? They seeing something totally different than the people that were never on drugs or nothing like that. They see something a little bit different, because now they sitting there looking at him, they licking their goddamn lips thinking about where the good blow is at. I'm just saying, man, Muhammad, he put, the energy that he puts off a lot of the time is just not no godly energy, And this dude, I gotta say, he does have the gift to teach. He does have that. But what he's actually teaching, a lot of times the things that you teach, they just ain't in the words that you say. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, what is it, 90-some% of our communication is in our body language and not in the things that we say. When he sat there, and then when he was talking about the thing with Will Smith and Chris Rock, look at you could tell he was drunk. You can see that in his face too. He was drunk. He's sitting there drinking that good Lafroig, that good scotch, $200 bottle. You know what I'm saying? Got him a little buttered and everything, and then his real self started to come out. So now you gotta sit there and think, man, who in the school's wife is he trying to smash then? Or has he smashed? It's awfully funny, because every woman want to call him when they having a problem with their man.
Do you see some of them greasy ass niggas? What woman with some sense would want any of them greasy ass niggas?
Yeah, because they have some authority, and one of the things that
But
attract
check it-
black women.
But I'm gonna say this
One
too:
of the things-
what should attract black women is real power in the world. These niggas ain't got no power. Nobody don't recognize or know a nigga in there. When you walk your ass out the street, who the hell know who that fat little overweight ass short shrimp nigga is? I'm asking that question to this punk. Who the hell know you, nigga? When you walk down the street of America, did anybody say, oh, that's General Johanna from the YouTube? Do they know who you are? Are you known in Japan? One more,
Well,
bro. Are you known in Russia? Any province in the world,
Relax.
nobody
Hold on,
don't know you, man.
Hold on.
Hold
Hold on.
up,
I know you're
man.
excited, but
Hold no, wait,
talk.
man.
You're killing
I'ma
me.
let it get it in. Just hold up. Hold up. All right, no doubt. The problem is if you are known by other people on this earth, that's real power. Okay? Until we rule this earth, we ain't got no power at all. Point blank, period. These men are perpetrating a fraud to the people, man. Okay? And the Lord ain't really working with none of them. But our people so believing that they thinking the Lord is working with them, y'all being misled. The Most High ain't working with none of this stupidity, man. You think the Most High will support a damn fool like that, telling a man to have sex with another man's wife? He gonna support that? If you think he's supporting that, you must be crazy.
I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask the brother about the mark of the beast. Y'all still there?
yeah, I'm here.
What's your perception on that? Because we know all the groups kind of have their own doctrine on the mark of the beast.
My perception of that, I think ISUPK pretty much already got it. There's a reason why it's in your right hand and your forehead. What is your right hand known for? Your right hand is known as your strength hand. It's the hand that you usually write with because majority of people on the earth are right-handed. You know, so you know that you giving your right hand over to, like, say for instance, what happened with IUIC and them in IUIC in Kansas City. They took the strength of their right hand to assault those dudes, but ended up getting subdued, which that not give no service to the nation of Israel. It gives service to the same damn people that's sitting there paying them that goddamn money. The way that I see it, because see, not only do you have the mark of the beast, you have the worship of the beast and the worship of his image. You know, all three of those, you know, work together. So even if a person don't take the mark, he still worship the image of that, right? I'm just saying, you know. And what they taking their right hand, and what are they putting their strength towards? That's one. Let me clear it up that way. What are they putting their strength towards? They putting their strength towards attacking, you know, trying to run other groups off the damn block from having their public, you know, their public religious demonstrations, which is lawful according to the laws of God and according to the laws of the land, right? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
loud and clear. Continue.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
definitely.
Go ahead.
yeah. You know, according to the laws, you know, of the land and the laws of God, that's completely lawful. So why are these dudes? They're really breaking the laws of the land, to my knowledge, if I'm not mistaken, because you're not supposed to try to stop somebody from having their religious demonstration. These dudes ain't the government, right? The police and all of that. Okay, now they can sit there and tell you, well, you just can't. They can't sit there and try to shut you down, and they're not going to chase you down regardless of where you go to have your religious demonstration. They're just going to tell you certain corners and everything that you can't do that on. And these guys are actually law enforcement, and they work for the government. So now you got these dudes running around trying to, and then the FBI and all that. Look at all these allegiances right there. You know, I mean, think about it. Look at all these allegiances, because the one thing, the mark of the beast is multi-layered. It's just not one and done type of thing.
Facts.
You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, it's the chip, it's the vaccine, you know, the
Right.
Antichrist is
Right.
Trump, it's Obama, it's
Right.
so," and they done came up short every damn time by saying all of that type of stuff. They've been talking about who the Antichrist was and the mark of the beast for 200 years.
Con.
And they've been wrong every time. Who your allegiance with? You know what I'm saying? Whatever you yield your members to, you are that one's servant, as the scriptures say. And they yield their members to the same damn people that's cutting they damn check. That's the reason why Johanna worth $70 million. He in the same damn bracket as the celebrities and the movie stars and rappers and all of that stuff. And if he can't lose his wealth, if he can't sit there and, if he cares so much about his wealth, if he the type of nigga that got to eat steak every damn day and could never go back to eating noodles, he got the mark. He got it. You see what I'm saying? It's deeper than a damn chip, some type of chip in your hand or the goddamn vaccine or some stuff like that. That stuff is not going to change your character.
Wait, did you say he worth $70 million?
He worth $70 million because Zoc said that himself.
That's right.
Elder Kazak said that.
Yeah, yesterday when we was on the phone. Now I'm gonna ask you a question about how was money being generated in the school. You was talking about that yesterday. Let the people know how much intake they bringing in a year.
Okay, the Midwest barbecues, not just Midwest, no. They got barbecue, like 5 barbecues on ones held in the Midwest. There's 5 of them. The one is held in Chicago. You got the one in New York. You got the one in Houston. You got California, and you have I think it's somewhere like Florida. I think it is, or North Carolina. Yeah, I think it's North Carolina. 5 barbecues. Now, if one person out of all of these camps was to pay the $300. Now, and it's more people than just that. This is the lowball number here. There's more people than that. If one person out of each of these camps, which is about 70 camps, you take the 300 and multiply that by 70, you come up with $21,000. So now you take the $21,000 and you multiply that by 5, you come up with about $105,000 annually just in that venture alone. Now, none of that money goes to the people. It goes to the higher ups. It goes to the generals. The captains of 13,000s that are actually over these barbecues. The Marquard, the Midwest barbecue, he catch a hell of a cut off of that. So just think about it. Now, each barbecue, as far as buying all the supplies and everything like that, because they ain't got to sit there and, people got to spend their own money when they go to these places. If they want to do anything else outside of the barbecue, they got to spend their own money. Well, they want to go to a hotel, they want to go to a restaurant, they want to, want to go out on the town or whatever the case is. They got to spend their own money to do that. Not unless they go to whatever club it is that they going to and got the VIP section, and each one of them barbecues costs about $5,000. So when you take the remainder of that, it leaves you with about $16,000. What do they do with the $16,000? They divide that up among the generals and the captain of the Midwest. It's a nice old piece of change, ain't it? Okay, so now you got 5 of those, like I was saying. So now you mess around, wind up with about $105,000. Okay, that's one thing that they do right there. All right, now you take the Hebrew Academy jackets that they call a cover, which ain't nothing but a cheap flight jacket that they put the UPK bullshit on, and it's gonna be gone off of it in about a year. Real cheaply made. They pay about $10 for one jacket because they're getting them wholesale. When you get things wholesale, you get it at a way cheaper price. So they pay maybe $10. But they charge you $100. You got to pay $100 for one of those after earning it for those months that you went through all that grueling running and push-ups and, all of that kind of stuff, running up hills and, all of that kind of stuff, after you, do all of that for months on end and everything, then you got to pay for the jacket. The jacket ain't free. You got to pay $100 on top of that. So now say with 70 camps, if there's one graduate out of each camp, in a year, that's another, that average out to, about $7,000 in that range right there, minus
So
the
basically,
$10 off each jacket.
when you graduate, you have that jacket available to purchase, or that you could always purchase that jacket.
No, they have it already ready. They already got to put the order in for it ahead of time. They find out who all the graduates are, and then they put the order in. You know what I'm saying, for how many graduates it is. Once you get it, you got to pay the $100 for it. And if you want another one to replace that one off the bullshit done wore off of it, then you got to pay for that one too. You got to pay another $100 for that. Which me myself, I never bought another one. I still got one of them damn things, and all the stuff is rubbed off of it. All of that. That's that video that I did, that live video that I did, because they try to act like, yeah, some nigga, like the capacity came up to Minnesota, and then he went down to Kentucky, and then he got me and Hamako Boss jackets and everything, and hang them up in this school and all of that. That's why I did that video. I'm like, here this damn thing is right here. Your damn Captain Capacity is a damn lie and a clout chaser. That's why I did that. And that video, that video right there, I got over 500 views within no time. And all that. So Kaposh was exposed as a liar. Like them niggas always lie about everything, but claim to be the home of the truth. So that's okay. That's another one. Now we take the Passover fee. Passover fee is $200 per family. So now if you got 3 niggas with a family inside one city, that's gonna be $600 for Passover fees coming out that city. That one city right there. Which there's a whole hell of a lot of money coming in. Okay, now you got your tithes. Everybody know what the tithes is? You got that going. And then you got the oil tables, which no one gets paid for. No one gets paid for. You have t-shirts.
Hold up. What you say about the oil tables?
Hold up. Did you
the oil tables. The oil tables.
The oil tables? Are you serious?
Yes.
Now, can I say something?
Go ahead.
He was robbing brothers back in the early 90s that was in his camp in the Bronx on them oil tables. He was doing that. Same thing you talking about, not paying them until Masha, who was the head of the school, found out by a brother was saying, yo, we working on these tables and he ain't paying us. He stepped to your hunter on that. Okay? Right. So basically what you saying is this nigga still doing the same dirty shit over and over again. He ain't gonna never change. This nigga's a snake, bro. Go ahead.
And you know what? It's worse now because there is nobody to step to anybody. You know what I'm saying? There is nobody to step to anybody. So Johanna ain't running the oil tables itself. That's, to Zariak, and you got Iwalam out of Chicago. That was his oils and everything. And he took people that was under his rank. Now Iwalam was a pretty cool dude, but like I say, steak thrown in the garbage can is trash. You know what I'm saying? So because he was the one doing the oils in Chicago. Now Hamako Baf and them, Hamako, all of the Indianapolis dudes, and Kentucky dudes was up in Chicago. It was at the Bantu Festival. Anybody know about the Bantu Festival in Chicago? It was at the Bantu Festival in I think it was 2019. I think it was. It was not long before COVID. It was that summer. And it was real hot. And, and brothers didn't even have enough time to grab nothing to eat or anything. We had to be up in Chicago early in the morning, while to help set everything up and all of that stuff, right? With me being a 5,000, I really didn't have to do much. I didn't have to really actually do much of anything at all. I was just walking around, at the time I was, kind of walking around with the other 5,000s and stuff like that. And but when I got back to that table and everything, because brothers used to come to me, with their complaints, so they come to me, what I'm saying, and I'm like, they saying that because they brothers hadn't ate nothing, and you got big dudes like Isaiah, this dude 6'4", what I'm saying, 350 pounds. This dude got to eat. He's, what I'm saying, real faint, right? You got somebody used to eating good like that. You can't crash diet them and everything. But here's all the Chicago dudes was off doing whatever, and these dudes were lower in rank. Half of them dudes, more than half of those dudes, were lower in rank than anybody that came from Indianapolis and Kentucky. We didn't have no troopers with us, no 50s and none of that, but they was full of all of that. Now you got officers of 1,000, what I'm saying, on the damn, oil tables and selling them t-shirts and all of that. They didn't give them none. They didn't give them nothing. Johanna don't correct those dudes neither. He don't correct them dudes.
Let me
They
stop you,
they didn't give them nothing.
Let me stop you. But you know what? Hold on. And when this as a leader of a people are, so should the people be. Yo, when Johanna was in New York, and you had brothers out there working on the oil tables, you know what he was paying them?
What's that?
A 3-piece pound of chicken and some tokens to get back and forth.
Oh, man.
They've been doing this. He been doing this since the goddamn early 90s, and he's still doing it. And you got brothers out there dumb enough to let this still go on? Yo, man, and there are those of you in the audience wondering why we come with the fire the way we coming with it. Because this don't make when you hear this, man, they generating all that money and not paying brothers righteously. They taking advantage of people's love for the nation and for their people, and then they gonna benefit for themselves. You see $16,000 and all this other millions of dollars they generate on Passover and not paying the men. Boy, man, wow. Once a snake, always a snake. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
Right. And, that's true. I mean, big brothers do, what I'm saying, all kind of stuff and not paying them anything. I mean, it was another incident I was thinking of. Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, let me go to this incident right here. This is another one. Let me show you how weak a lot of them dudes are up under their women. All right, it was Passover. It was Passover in Yonkers, 2018. All right. We got the big venue. I can't remember which venue was the venue in Yonkers and everything. Where they had the women serving, the lamb and the bitter herbs and all of that stuff, right? Okay. So now you have the troopers and everything, troopers and officers of 50, they running around doing all types of stuff. And these dudes is just working, and they ain't even getting the time to even enjoy themselves at the Passover. And then you got big dudes and everything, they running around and they sweating and stuff like that, and these dudes ain't ate anything. All right. Now you have the women that are serving the food, right? Because see, that's why I say it's a shadow rank also inside that school too. It's what I call a shadow rank. And the women and everything and people that's liked and all of that stuff hold that regardless of what their rank is. Right? Okay. Now, a few brothers come up to me and they like, Salaki, sir. They like, we've been working all of these hours and everything, running around doing this stuff and serving everybody and all of that. They like, and we ain't ate nothing. I'm like, for real? I'm like, so did y'all go through the line and everything to get anything to eat? It was like, yeah. But the sister said, this is our time. I'm like, oh, really? Because I know what they were saying was right. Because the same thing happened to me, and I had to check that sister real tough. It was Kapash's wife. She tried to pull that stuff with me in Chicago at a sister named Diana's house, because I went to try to go to the kitchen to get something to drink. She said, this is our time back here. And I'm like, sister, don't try to check me. And then she's like, well, I wasn't trying to check you, brother, and all of that stuff. Yeah, you were. I know what the hell you were doing. But anyway, though, so now I told them to do. I'm like, you know what? I wasn't even hungry, but I'm like, I'm gonna go get another plate, and y'all come behind me. So, and it was general. One of them was general, the wives of generals and stuff like that too, that was serving. So it actually was General Haas's wife. I don't know, she was one of the wives that was serving and everything. I don't know if y'all familiar with General Haas or anything like that, but that's how those brothers got to eat, because I went and got me another plate. I just told them to get behind me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go through this line, and that's how those brothers was finally able to get something to eat. If I didn't do that, they wouldn't have got nothing. Nobody would have cared. Neither. Nobody would have even gave a damn. How you gonna lead a Passover starving? You know what I'm saying? I mean, how you gonna lead a Passover starving? I'm just saying, but if they had told one of them higher ranking dudes and everything, they wouldn't have said a damn thing, because they scared of they damn women. And that's how those brothers got to. What's that?
So you mean to tell me that even at the Passover, there's a rank and a hierarchy crap being pulled, and they have people going away? Yo, there's nothing new under the sun. But let me just say, Haram out of one. I remember you.
Somebody mute up.
Somebody mute up. Okay, Haram out of one. I remember you. I remember you from being in the school. I remember you being out there on those oil tables, and you're right. You didn't get paid. Okay, so see, like this is killing me, man. This is embarrassing. And here we are telling now everybody about the TD Jakes and all these other, and look what we got among us. A bunch of serpentine, Judas, evil, black-hearted crows that are just when is it end?
And I want to say something quick, and let me hear him quick get back in there. Y'all niggas is worse than these damn pissant preachers, because y'all claiming to be the people of the Lord, meaning you claiming the truth, and you're cutting people's throat in the truth. How could y'all do that? I don't know how the hell any of y'all could wake up in the morning and look at your raggedy asses in the mirror knowing you destroying your people, and you niggas don't even care. That's what make you damn a disgrace to the Father and Son. Y'all don't even give a damn what you're doing. It's sickening to my stomach, man, when I hear these damn stories about what you niggas is doing. We was doing construction back in '93 when we overthrew this drug block around the block on 126th Street. And that nigga was giving the project, little fat boy, right? Men worked in that building. I worked in that building for a couple of days or whatever it was. Nobody got paid. Nobody got paid. Men was given hours of their time building up them places that brownstones that we took down. And that piece of shit nigga didn't pay a dime to nobody. You understand? Everybody that claim they your brother in this walk ain't your damn brother. I'm in this walk for a long time. And when I look at men like this, I'ma always be turning my head, man. I ain't gonna never turn my back on them. Because these are the type of men that'll stab you in the back, cut your damn throat. And that's what you're hearing now. You think the Messiah, one more, wait, let me finish this point. I'll let you get it back. You think the Messiah himself would do the dirty shit that you niggas are doing to our people out down here, man? Are you out your damn mind? This is why I'm asking him now, calling for him. He need to stop this shit with all of y'all. Because y'all are doing nothing but destroying his house. It's a call for action here now. He got to come to the damn aid of us now. and get rid of you niggas because you niggas need to go. Period.
So now, what I want to do is I want to Tarak. With your testimony, what we're doing is now just showing you the pattern that, as Yeshaya said, this is now going back to 1993 and 94. We had marched 100 deep on 126th Street between Lenox Avenue and 5th Avenue in Harlem, New York. We took down at the behest of the 126th Street Block Association. We moved in the spirit of the Lord 100 deep and shut down an entire criminal enterprise. The Lord then blessed it where we would be able to acquire the buildings. Johanna, along with a dude named, I don't even say, but Johanna and this dude named Haragaja, or Haragacha as we call them, they're the ones who secured the contracts that was worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, okay? You had brothers like Yeshaya Da and a host of other brothers putting in there, being assured that now you're going to get a job, we're going to put you on. These men were out there working their behinds off, bringing in their ability, sheetrock, plumbing, whatever they was doing, getting it in. And then Johanna and Haragaja wasn't paying them. Myself and another brother named Zaquan Malak, we used to almost get in fights with brothers who would call themselves the Sons of Thunder, or we call them the Sons of Plunder. The food program. They'd be ready to throw away tons of food that they couldn't sell, and you had brothers around the block starving, hungry. And we had to take plates of food, and after we done got into a fight, because you got these clowns that were over the food program, wanted to throw the food away because they couldn't sell it. We had all kind of demons walking among us, man. So this ain't nothing new. He been doing this, man. And for 30 some odd years later, he's still doing it. And with a whole wicked ass crew letting it go down. This is unbelievable. And some of y'all out here in the comment section, you wondering why we do these shows. Here's why. We have to come in the spirit of Psalm 94 and 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers, against the workers of iniquity? See, Yeshai and I, we are bound by the Lord to destroy all enemies, foreign, but especially domestic, man. These are all enemies being paid by a dark ass hand in this world. And they're doing this deliberately. And we're trying to save lives out here because, see, it's only a matter of time before we done already seen violence erupt, people get tired of it, and they going blitzkrieg. But it's only a matter of time before somebody gonna start putting bullets in somebody out here, man.
The only solution.
And I'm gonna say this here, right?
Go ahead, I'll let you.
Some of y'all might feel some kind of way when we say this, but look, it's time for the Lord now to unleash the hunters, man. No more talking. The death angel really need to start coming through here, because see, when we had Taladakia and the whole comforter thing going on, you had about 8 or 9 or more people commit suicide during his 17 years in the seat. We done seen a whole lot go down. We came in here as young men, and now we're old. And we done went through the ranks and went through putting our lives on the line and to have these demons and vagabonds still running rampant. Yo, it's time for the Most High to unleash the death angel. For real, man, because enough is enough.
And let me jump in quick point, and then I'm going to let that brother come in. Johanna's ass is right now on his platform. Right now. selling bullshit, talking bullshit like he always do. But I'm gonna say this, man. This man do not have the spirit of change in his bones, man. He is born of wicked men. That's why he is a wicked man himself. You understand? I am a passionate man. Malachi is. Hell, Kareem is passionate. You understand? And other people that we came on this platform, we got a lot of passion when we speak. I look at the condition of my people in them streets every day. And I made a vow to the Almighty that I ain't gonna never try to play them. You understand? Because I couldn't look at my damn self in the mirror if I was using our people like these bitches niggas here is using them people in them camps. You niggas are a disgrace to the Almighty himself and his son and anybody up there. What y'all doing? I wish he would stop playing with you and put your ass where you need to be right now. 6 feet under. He done let you niggas ride this little shit for too damn long. This nigga been corrupting souls for over 3 decades with his shit. And I tell that nigga to his face, I ain't scared of you, nigga. You can bring your whole crew, nigga, and come to me. And I got something for your ass. All of you niggas. Because I'm sick of they shit, man. Here you got stories of this man telling here that people getting robbed blind by these bitches. And you think these niggas give a damn about anybody in them congregations? And you niggas ain't got no power, and nobody don't recognize you niggas nowhere on this earth. So who the hell are you? You some fat ass nigga from the Bronx, you hunter. John Lightborn, ain't nothing light about your fat ass, nigga. The Lord need to put your ass to death like he did Tazadakia. Because he gave that nigga 17 years of running with that shit until he took his ass out April 1st of 20. Now it's time for him to come after your ass now. And Nate next. You keep on playing with our people's souls, he gonna play Israelite roulette with your black ass, nigga. You understand that? I hope you got somebody in the comment section listening to what I'm saying. And anytime, nigga, you want some of me, I got something for you. Because I had a damn hell enough time of listening to these stories about what you doing to our people. And nigga, if it was up to me, what you lucky it ain't up to me. Your ass wouldn't be here now. Because I would been take your ass out. It ain't no damn time no more to be playing with these people. Our people are brokenhearted in this damn kingdom. You understand that, nigga? And you playing with our people's souls. Ain't no goddamn time no more to be playing. That's why the Lord is a call to him, a call to action for him to stop this shit with you niggas. Time has come for him to put your black ass to rest and other niggas like you.
And I'm gonna come in. Okay, we got someone new. I think we lost the brother. I hope you can come back on. But look, I'm gonna say what Cat Williams said. Cat Williams said it best. We in a time now, no more playing. It's either God's side or you run with the devil. You either gonna roll with what is right or you gonna roll with what is evil. But now all things are about to be revealed. We're going into what they call the age of Aquarius now. Come January 19th, everything gonna be revealed. It's all coming up and out in the wash now. See what we do here, we're not doing this because we just want to be mean or we haters, but we are haters. We haters of those who do evil. And it takes a lot of heart and a lot of guts for us to come here and say what needs to be said and how it should be said.
I don't hate no wicked niggas like him. It's not about hate. It's about right versus wrong. Your ass is wrong. We right for doing what we doing. Okay? It ain't about we hate what you got. Nigga, what you got it on the wicked tip. I ain't jealous of no man that sold his soul. It take a man of integrity not to sell his soul. And none of y'all ain't got no damn integrity. You think I give a damn about how much money you got? When you dead, you can't take it with your ass, can you? Any of you could? So it ain't about we jealous of you. I don't give a damn about none of y'all. Because y'all don't give a damn about none of them people that are under you. If you gave a damn about those people, you would tell them the truth. And you would treat them like brothers and sisters and not play no damn games with them. You understand? So it ain't about none of us on this panel. We hate you. I don't give a damn what your ass got. Because what you got ain't doing nothing for me or anybody else. You got to face the music, man. You got to face the Most High in that day of judgment, because day of judgment is coming. And you got to answer there for what you done, just like everybody else. All right? So I want you to put that in your pipe and smoke that.
But listen, is there any way you can find out if Tarap left for a reason, or he's going to come back? Because we really want to continue this. We want to continue this interview unless he's had enough.
All right. Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, he's here. Okay. Oh, no doubt. You can continue, man. Sorry about the rant.
But Tarap, let me just say this to you. You said that they have somebody mute up, please.
He got to mute up.
Yeah, somebody. Thank you. Right. You said that they have, they generate $16 million annually. Is that right? Or was that some? I mean, I heard it, but I want to make sure I heard you correct. And they generate $16 million
in 2020 from the
Malachi, mute up so he can talk.
From the third quarter of 2020 to the fourth quarter, they made $16 million. Well, might as well say $16 million in 2020. At the end of the fourth quarter is when you get that drop. You know what I'm saying? And that drop, at the bottom of that drop in 2021, that's when those captain salaries start coming out. Them dudes had so much money that they didn't know how to even cover it, the way I see it. And here's the thing about it. They only gave the captains salaries like $2,000 a month. You know, so think about it. They supposed to have 25 employees making $180,000 annually. So if they're making, the captains is only making $2,000 a month, that averages out to $24,000 annually a year. So
how the hell they gonna live off of that?
Right. But see, these dudes, they got jobs and stuff too. You know, I think captains got jobs, you know, and that $2,000 is just something to put on top, you know, an extra $500 a week. You know, and of course they got a tithe on that too. You know.
So yeah, so here we go. So now here we go. So they generate $16 million, and out of $16 million, only certain
Tarap, mute up so he can talk.
Yeah. So out of $16 million, only a select few get an actual percentage and share, and the rest of the money is what goes where? It don't go to nobody but them. Is that right?
Right, but the $16 million, nobody got no piece of that according to that chart. Nobody got a piece. They didn't get the like I said, the captain salaries didn't start coming out till like 2021. You know, 2020, I don't know. They weren't paying nobody from my knowledge was getting paid anything. They had just started their captain salary. In 2021, this is 2020. Where the 16 million, nobody got no piece of that.
You think Tazariak is getting a piece of that?
I think yes, he definitely is. He's captain 13,000. Yeah, so he definitely is. And I was talking to Hamakaba the other day. He believes that they somehow are hiding that other 150 something thousand, per 20, per employee through some offshore banks or something like that. They got some way that they're gonna try. They trying to, clean that, kind of launder it or whatever. Make it accounted for.
Okay, brother, let me just Tarak, of course they're hiding. Let me just break this down. I was
Gotta mute up.
somebody mute up, Tarak. Now, let me just say this to you. Going back to 1988 and 99, I was at what they called what was known as the House of David in Upper Manhattan. Long story short, three brothers by the name of, well, now I won't say brothers, three demons. Okay, Yaasha, you had Nathaniel Alagar, and I forget. Okay, I forget. Why do I continue to get brain? Oh no, a third brother. I forget his name right now. His Hebrew name right now. But long story short, they brought in a dude who was a Rosicrucian representative and was under what they call Manaluka. Manaluka is an organization that was headed by one Jimmy Iovine, the same Jimmy Iovine of Interscope Records, okay, who financed Death Row Records and all the other black subsidiaries, music subsidiaries out on the West Coast and East Coast operations. Now, getting back on what it was significant about that meeting. At that meeting, this gentleman indicated that when we come under their umbrella, as for all of our business ventures, our banking, everything will be handled by them. They offered each one of us was going to have what they call a priest card that was going to now open doors where we could have access to whatever monies that we wanted. If we still chose to work, the operative word was if you chose to work, you no longer will be subject to having your money taxed or legalized or legally extorted because no one pays taxes. If someone taking your money before you get it, that's called legalized extortion. Moving on. But now you won't have to worry about that. But the key thing is that each person, whatever you want to get into, they would finance it, they would handle it, okay? So when you're telling me that they're generating this type of money, rest assured, and you hear this, you talking about they're having it in all kinds of accounts. Of course they do, because they are under the government control. So they maintain and handle all the affairs. How do I know that? Because see, there was one last time they propositioned me, a so-called reverend who will remain nameless, okay, sent someone to recruit me one last time. And they were prepared to take a talk show that I was doing and syndicate it on radio and television. Only thing was, I would have to become a Mason. I could still, as they said, you can still keep your Israelite thing. But everything else, we're going to monitor, we're going to control. There'll be certain things you can and cannot say. So I say all this to say this here. Okay, the third brother's name just came, the third dude's name just came. It was Rahab, Yaasha, and Nathaniel Alagar who bought the. But let me, I'm gonna hit everyone to what this Rosicrucian dude said when all hell
Tell them
broke
who
loose.
the Nate is.
Okay, if you don't know who Nathaniel Alagar is, y'all know him as Nathaniel All or Nathaniel 7, and he is right now the current leader of Israel United in Cain. Okay, the reason that they wear that purple and gold is because 33 degree masonry, because there's levels of this stuff. You got ordinary Masonic as far as your group and affiliation is concerned, but when you take degrees, that purple and gold is one of the highest levels in this thing. So what we're looking at, his corporation and everything he's doing is being maintained and monitored by the very group that Johanna gave his allegiance to. So I could be sitting pretty right now if I was a no account demon and didn't care about this thing. So when I hear you with your testimony about this money that's being generated, believe when I tell you, of course it's being controlled and maintained because they're lacing them, and like I said, this is just wow. I'm just distraught right now because it's embarrassing. Damn. Because going back to One West, when Yeshaya Doc can attest to this, when we with the all tables with two prominent former world champions, I'm gonna respect their privacy here, but two prominent world former champions, boxing champions, gave 2.5 million, okay, of their money.
A piece.
That's 5 million. That's a piece, y'all. 5 million. Then the millions of dollars that we generated through the construction, through the oil program, through the food program, through tithes and offerings and everything else, brother. We generated $10 million. 10 million, which is more than enough to repay people who gave loans, to put people on as far as job creation. And you had these skunks, what they call Central Command, and I'm gonna name their names again. I don't care who don't like it, and if you're listening, your ass should have repented when you had the chance, because some of y'all still skunks. Johanna, the late Haran, you had Yashawan, goddamn lawyer, Michael Allah, who, well, one brother, before he died, he wound up breaking the matrix, but his name was Ariala, but he got up out of that. Okay? And a couple others who did all kind of demonic dirt. But Johanna been doing this, man. But we generated $10 million, and all that money was squandered. They ruined people's marriages, finances, psychological makeup, and everything. And now to hear this man still doing this to this very day it is just disgraceful. And we can't talk of the Hebrew, and there are other Hebrew Israelite communities that are out here doing things they ought not to either. Man, oh man, oh man, wow. Just wow.
Yeah, man, I mean, hell, they damn sure ain't turned no new leaf. I mean, hell, you know, and they're even in a lot of ways even worse than what the people was back then. Because like you just said, Masha stepped up and said something to Johanna about it. They don't step up and say a damn thing to anybody about, anybody that's liked or whatever. They'll just let it go. Just let it fly right on past. Just let it go. They got people, there's a lot of people that they won't reprimand. And it's a dangerous thing to have to go to counsel with a person like that.
I would have been, could you mute up for a second?
Yeah.
I would have been considered a rebel rousing up in there because I didn't take no shit. If you disrespect me, I'm gonna get in your ass. I didn't give a damn about no niggas fake rank. Okay? Brotherhood come before that damn rank or that title that you claiming. You understand? You're not gonna talk to me like I'm a dog, like I'm a child, and think I'm supposed to respect you. You respect me, you get it back. That's what a lot of men in the school, when we was in there, Malachi and I, they didn't learn. They really believed the hype when them little fake titles were given to them. They believed that they were generals and captains of 10,000. I'd rather you gave me $10,000 in my hand than me calling myself 10,000 or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I could do something with that money, but with that title, I can't do nothing with it. You understand? It's the same BS going on to this damn day. And men like this chump ain't gonna never change. He gonna stay the damn son of Satan like he is, Damien. That's all he gonna be until the Most High step to him, and that's what need to be. The Father in heaven need to see what's going on, which he do know. You have to come to the aid of these people and take men like this off the scene because they destroying the ones of those that believe in you, put their trust in you. You understand when a man's trust is broken or a woman's trust is broken, when their faith is crushed or destroyed, a lot of people can't come back. They can't recover. When me and Malachi was in the school, a lot of people's lives were destroyed behind that 2000 prophecy. And there was one man in the school that stood up to Ariel and told him, I ain't teaching that madness. And that was Elder Kazak, who I have much respect for. Okay? He told him, I ain't teaching that, man. He told me and Malachi. He told him in 1990, 10 years before the year 2000, I ain't teaching it. Okay? It was wrong to teach that because the scriptures say no man knoweth the time. Okay? Not even the angels. They don't know. The Messiah don't know. So how some raggedy ass man down here who don't got the divine power of the Almighty, how you gonna know when the end is come? And the men up there that deal with the Father all the time, they don't got a clue. But you got the clue. It didn't make no damn sense. But other than that, these men are still robbing the people. They playing mind games with the people. They putting spells on these people, man. These young men coming in there, you believe in the hype that you being sold. It's a damn shame. Men like this, I'll let one more, just it. Men like this don't have the spirit to change. You understand? They ain't got the spirit to change. Your hunter will never repent because he's a proud little nigga. And proud niggas need the dough. Point blank, period.
Now, Iron Manna, you're funny. I see you going in on IUIC and GOCC. But now, Tarap, tell me now. Tell us all, please. What made you finally break out the fog of lies that they were teaching, and why you now stand on your own?
Well, it was actually that same thing that actually got me into that school, brotherhood and things like that. Army of the Lord, those type of things. But when I seen that this is not, with these dudes is not about the kingdom of God, at first I thought it was just in the middle management, you know, I thought it was there, because we had a plan for our tri-state area, and we were doing well. What the goal was actually to be able to, for everybody to make moves in their respective city and everything, and to get enough men to where we could be able to, enough solid men to where we could be able to go out to camp, in that tri-state area, to where all three of us camps could actually operate independently from one another, and everybody, nobody injures anybody else. You know what I'm saying? We'll help each other when people need it or whatever. And we were supposed to build by that. Actually, what we were trying to do, me and Hamakabaf in Kentucky, our goal was to pretty much win the city, regardless of how much manpower that we had or whatever, or our names, to get out there in the city, and for us to be, as the scriptures say, a good name is better than choice silver. But here's the thing: when people started sabotaging and stuff like that, now you got to think. Now, it's not about the kingdom of God; it's about people's selfish ambition, and that was my start right there. But at the same time, I didn't want to believe that thing went all the way up to the top. I didn't want to believe that.
You said sabotage. Sabotage how?
Okay, let me give you an example. All right, I was the camp leader of Kentucky. You know, come to find out, they're having meetings without me. Now here I am, the second highest ranking man in Indianapolis. So it was one kind of funny thing. Okay, now I was in a liquor store with Captain Kaposh. He acted like he didn't know. This is the funny thing about it. He acted like he didn't know. We standing in a line. We ready to get some beers or something, and we standing in the line, and he shows me his phone, and there's an ISUPK Lexington page. I'm like, what? You know, because pretty much Louisville is the centerpiece. You know what I'm saying? You know, of Kentucky. Everything's be built around Louisville. These dudes, you know, got a little young officer to make a ISUPK Lexington page. Now, here's the funny thing about that. You know, with that Lexington page and everything, people like from IUIC and them see that. Where are they gonna go? They're gonna want to swamp Lexington. You know, and all of that stuff will fall on me, and I have to report for. Here's the thing: they trying to set these niggas up to run Lexington. If it goes bad, all of that stuff has to fall on me. Now, I didn't have no problem with, you know, with a you know, somebody else, you know, because at the time the dude Azad didn't have no city or anything that he was over. So, but the way that he did it, breaking protocol and consulting with Kaposh and them sitting in their own little circle and everything, thinking of ways of how to mess me up, is what they were actually doing. Now, he asked me if I knew anything about it. I'm like, no, I didn't know nothing about this. You know, so now, you know, with this Lexington page and everything, now, because I'm pissed off because these dudes, you know, and then they started trying to give my men orders. You know, they couldn't give Hamakabah orders because he was over those dudes. But his right-hand man, Amawangabar, they up there trying to get him editing videos and all types of stuff when he just a regular old street nigga from Chicago. He ain't no type of, you know, dude that be editing, you know, that's real good and savvy with no damn computers and stuff like that. But they trying to, you know, because, you know, editing videos and everything was some, you know, consuming work. Like, they trying to get my men pissed off at me while they try to call themselves moving on in Lexington and everything. And then, you know, I'm like, well, if Azad want Lexington, then that nigga should have to report for that when we have our major councils, not me. Something fuck up, that's on me. You know? So now, after a while, you know, we have a council about it. Now, here's the thing. We have a council, right? Now, when we had this council about it, you know, because it was a whole bunch of stuff, and Kaposh is in on it his goddamn self. Because one thing, when I start going off about it and everything, now he wanted to do, now he want to take a walk, so his wife ain't here and everything. You know, he want to take a walk now. And then that's when he revealed, he's like, well, you know, I kind of told them to, you know, if they see, you know, a certain city or whatever, land or whatever, to go ahead and take it. It was a plot that them niggas all made up themselves. Okay, so now when we had this council, you know, I had made a mention. I'm like, shouldn't nobody be damn moving, trying to make any type of moves in goddamn Kentucky without asking, you know, without clearing it with me, you know? So now someone else spoke up. The dude of my same rank, officer, he's a captain now. The captain of Southern Ohio, Napatazar, says, he shouts out, why is Officer Tarap being groomed? You know what I'm saying? This is what this nigga said. So now he didn't, okay, he revealed himself now. Because see, that nigga was so scared that I was going to become a captain before him. He was so damn scared, and he hated the fact that I was over him, which he sprinkled that shit on them other niggas too. So now, you know, he lost his cool and he exposed his hand. So now Captain Kaposh, he asked, okay, who wants Lexington? Right? This is another thing to expose the intentions of the same damn people that call themselves trying to move on Lexington, right? He asked the question, who wants Lexington? Crickets. Nah, come on, man. Y'all was so zealous about it at first. Oh, y'all was passionate about it at first. What's wrong now? That right there showed me that it wasn't about him trying to get, trying to just get a city for himself or any damn thing like that. That further proved the fact that they were just trying to hurt me, trying to make me look incompetent and all of that. Because here's the thing. Now he asked the question, who knows anything about Lexington? These same niggas didn't try to do no work down in Lexington. They have nice running vehicles. They didn't try to take a trip down to Lexington. They didn't do a flyer run down in Lexington. They didn't look up Lexington on Facebook, on social media. They had no feel. He asked the question, who has a feel out? Because, when you're going to war, because, we always metaphorically use everything as warfare, you stake out the land first, right? Somebody try to go conquer the city. They don't go to conquer the city without knowing a goddamn thing about the city. Who does that? So now, they didn't do no research. They didn't do anything. Me, myself, of course, I lived in Kentucky majority of my life. I didn't spend too much time in Lexington, but I know about Lexington, and I was able to spill it out just like that. What type of city it actually is, all of this type of stuff. They didn't even know that Lexington was a goddamn college, college town. They didn't even know that. Y'all know University of Kentucky and everything, right?
Yeah, I know about it.
Yeah, that's where they, so now you can just imagine what type of town that Lexington actually is. They knew absolutely nothing about it. They didn't do no research, no nothing. So that let me know, it only confirmed the fact that that was a plot. You know what I'm saying? And I told, now we said they're playing damn, they're trying to play, you know what I'm saying? Now we strategically circling one another. They sitting there, using Kapash's rank against me, you know what I'm saying? Against me and Hamakoboff, because actually we was, to the highest ranking dudes in that whole, and the Potazar tried to stay out of it, but he had already revealed his goddamn self. All it takes is the time for you to slip once. You can play it all smooth and shit all you want. You slip that one goddamn time, that shows me exactly what I need to know about you. So, yeah, he slipped that time. That's how I knew who the hidden hand in that was, because they wasn't getting the damn boldness. That boldness, somebody, exhibiting boldness like that, they're getting it from somewhere. And, he was the man right up under my rank. He was the third highest ranking man in Indiana. So now I pretty much knew everything that I needed to know in that situation right there. And but before that, there was some other things that built up also. I had to take the him and the goddamn white boy Madara to goddamn council. Azad, the fat dude, had to take him and Madara to council at one time, because these niggas, this is one thing that Azad liked to do. He loved to destroy the way that people are perceived, to talk about niggas all behind their damn back. And he do this with anybody that's not in the goddamn room, but especially me, because I had something that he wanted. Rank and camp leadership. So now he's getting all the young dudes, all these people over at his house. They up there cooking out, and rapping and doing all that stupid ass rapping, and you know what I'm saying, and all of that stuff, and drinking and all of that, and eating and everything. And then they sit around and damn talk about me like a goddamn dog, trying to make me look like a fucking joke, and trying to get these same little niggas, little troopers and stuff like that don't even know me, who I don't even deal with, to hate me for no goddamn reason. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them niggas, I ain't even deal with them. I just, I was good at giving out, I was pretty decent with when it came to giving out Hebrew names and stuff like that. Finding Hebrew niggas, hell, I ain't named half them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I was pretty, pretty all right with that. So outside of that, I didn't even really deal with those dudes. But they got these silly niggas hating me for no goddamn reason, niggas that I don't even know. So, and then here's the thing about it. When I took it to council, now the council didn't go all the way up to General Hyman, because sometimes with Hyman, you don't know how things are going to go. So to make sure that those dudes did not get in trouble, Marquardt, the captain of the Midwest, took on the council himself. He didn't take it up to Hyman. So he did that so that those dudes don't get punished, to protect those dudes. While let Marquardt slip up one damn time, he run his dirty draws up the damn flagpole. Favoritism, lots of it. It's favoritism a lot of times for niggas that ain't even doing nothing. And you do too much. You zealous for the kingdom of the Lord and everything. They'll get jealous of you because of that. Especially the niggas that don't want to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? The niggas that they really ain't even about to work like that. Now they looking at you all halfway sideways and cocked and everything because you making big moves. Me and Hamakabaf, we sat back, strategize. Just like we got that Golden Dragon, that restaurant shut down. Remember the Golden Dragon, that thing that happened down in Louisville, Kentucky, where that Chinese dude that had that owned that Chinese restaurant took that little boy captive in his restaurant.
I ain't heard about that. Explain
it. Okay, it was a little black boy. I don't know if y'all have Kroger's where y'all at. It's a grocery store. And the little boy was about like somewhere around 7 or something like that. Little bitty kid. And you know how little kids do. Sometimes they'll go to, a store and they ain't got money, but they want some candy or something and they'll steal it. Well, this Moabite seen him stealing it and he grabbed the little boy up. You know what I'm saying? The funny thing about it is he took the little boy to his restaurant. Which was kind of odd all in itself, though. That was kind of weird.
That was kidnapping.
Yeah, exactly. And then you had people that seen that, they start breaking out they cameras and everything because they like eating in this restaurant. Eating in this restaurant or something, and they filming this whole thing and saying, let him go. And then he pulled the Moabite pulled a gun out. Well, I catch wind of this. I'm in Indianapolis though at the time. I called up, my two guys and everything down in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm like, what I want y'all to do, I want y'all to go in front of that Golden Dragon restaurant. I want y'all to go in front of that. And I want y'all to, put on y'all's garments and go and blaze right in front of that damn restaurant. They ended up shutting that goddamn restaurant down. They came back open now, but they had to change the name. You know what I'm saying? So we hit them in their pockets because they was closed down for months. I came down there months later, down to Kentucky months later, they were still closed. So what we did was them niggas want to talk about warfare. You know what I'm saying? We got to think like that. That's them niggas don't really know warfare. Hyman gave us a written commendation for that. Actually, you know what I'm saying? I sought a written commendation for my two guys and everything. Well, Hyman gave me a written commendation too for giving out the order and telling them strategically just how to do it, all of that type of stuff, which I never even got here's the funny thing about it, because I never got the written commendation in my hand. Neither three of us did. So it looked like on record, it looked like we ain't never even did it. Because if you got the written commendation plaque, that's the proof right there. I had no proof at all of that. And that's another way that they do you too. And that's done on purpose. General Q handles he's the lowest ranking of the 7. He handles all of that. He handles the, written accommodations, a lot of the paperworks and stuff like that. And I think like some banking type of stuff or something like that. He handles a whole lot of the clerical type of work. He never sent us no goddamn written combination. He could have sent the goddamn thing in our email or something. He didn't have to mail the shit to us. He could have sent it on our email to where we would still have it. Period. He didn't even do that. Them niggas told him not to do it. I'm quite sure of it. They want to get it to where you don't have no proof that you were ever in their goddamn school. They like to fix you like that. If they don't like you, they like to clear out all proof. They want to erase your records just like Pharaoh did Moses and them. Them niggas is oppressors, man. They co-slave masters is what they are. Yeah, but that place ended up getting shut down. So what did that do? That cost them a whole lot of money, right? Now we want to talk about warfare. You got different aspects of warfare. They think that bullshit that they did with IUIC is warfare. I don't know why. Me and Hamakabah thought more like generals than them niggas did. And when people got angry and they start to get jealous, you know what I'm saying? Jealousy start to set in. Jealousy is huge among them. Jealousy, envy, bearing.
Are they dysfunctional?
Yeah, they very dysfunctional, man. Because for one thing, they got these rules and protocols, but hell, they can manipulate them at their will. That's dysfunction. So that means you just got a shell of army structure. You got something that looks like a structure, but it's really, when it's tested, it's really not. Because if it was actually real, then you would have, a lot of times you'd have to reward the people you don't like. And you'd have to reprimand the people that you do like. Just like in the military, just like in the United States military. Just because somebody's like they got protocols and things like that. You violate that, you know what I'm saying? You find yourself on trial. Even though you can be liked. Because see, they have to think about the overall thing, and they have to think about if they let you slide just because they like you, what is that doing to the structure of their military? It's going to crumble and tear everything down. And the higher the rank, the more severe the punishment is supposed to be. But
how long did it take them to promote you to Officer 5,000?
And I made 5,000 in 2 years. It's 2 years. I got made an officer of 5,000. Became a trooper in 2016, and I became a 5,000 Passover 2018. So it really didn't. They pretty much shot me, up through the ranks. Me and the Padazar, they shot us up through the ranks because when you got small numbers and things like that in a camp, you got to do a lot more. And they're gonna dump things on you to see if you can handle it, how much you can handle. And if they find out, wait a minute, hold on, this is a brother right here with some real ability right there. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, they rising you up through the ranks. I mean, I didn't stay an officer 50 long at all. And the Padazar never was a 50. We both got, raised up to I was only a 50 for not even a month. And I was being, raised up to a 500. And as soon as he passed his officer's test, because he had put in so much work, as soon as he passed his officer's test, he automatically became a 500. There's just the thing of it is, it's always the higher ranking 500 than what he was. And when he rose us both up, we both got rose through the ranks at the same time. Every rank that we had, we both got raised the same day. But the only thing is, I was still, the higher ranking, even though we, as far as the same rank, as far as numbers, because I passed that officer's test first. Yeah, but yeah, I became a 5,000 in 2018.
Now, did you go to other cities like since you said, could you mute up?
Yeah.
Did you ever go to Cincinnati? Because you said you was in Lexington, Kentucky, which is close to Cincinnati. There, have you ever teach in Cincinnati?
Yeah, I did. I taught Sabbath service in Cincinnati. I never taught an actual, just a regular class. I taught Sabbath service and did like 2 or 3 camp speakings in Cincinnati.
Now, how long, like when y'all would go out to camp, how long would y'all keep those men out there? Like, what time would y'all start speaking?
We'd be out there. We would start speaking. Okay, we'd have Sabbath service first. So we was out there about like 1 o'clock or something like that. Or sometimes we would start later. With Kapash, a lot of times it was different times. It's not unlike Marquard. Marquard, in Chicago, the camp started the same time every week. 1 o'clock, and we'd be out that bad boy for. We used to have 8-hour camps. In Chicago, but in Indianapolis, and everywhere else, the camps might run 4 hours.
Now, every city on the ISUPK had a different time.
Right. Actually, it was usually based on the camp leader. What time the camp leader wanted to go out. 1 o'clock was Marquard's time. They'd have their Sabbath service and everything, and then right after Sabbath service, they roll the camp and everything, and they would start. They would start at 1 o'clock. You could start camp. You could start camp at 3, 4. It was just different times, and you got to choose. Your camp leader had to choose how long to be out there. You know, like me when I ran the camps and everything. Um, I was damn sure wasn't trying to go no damn 8 hours. I go usually 3 hours tops. You know, 3 hours, something like that.
We used to be out there till like at least 10 o'clock at night.
Well, we done did that times also, especially when the generals came to Chicago, stuff like that. Yeah, we was out there. I remember one time we was out there in Chicago. We was out there from 1 o'clock clear up to about 10, damn near 11 o'clock at night. Yeah, we done did that also. It wasn't just no real fixed time. It was all based on where you was at, how popping the camp spots be, because every state is not the same. You know, when you're dealing with the southern states and stuff like that, this ain't New York or Chicago or things like that. These are more, less foot traffic and things like that. Then that's one of the reasons why a lot of the camps shut down, early too, because it ain't no sense in standing out there if ain't no, what I'm saying, you're not really getting much feedback from the people and everything. You know, you just see it's dead. It's been dead for a while. You just pack your stuff up and bounce, and what I'm saying, go get some food. What I'm saying, something to drink, and just chill for the rest of the day.
How about transportation? How did y'all get down there?
Usually somebody have a big truck. The Potters had the big, S10 or whatever you call it. And then there would be other cars, too. Sometimes it might be 2, 3 cars and everything. And everybody probably his truck kept the equipment. Or sometimes if we was having a local camp like in Indianapolis, niggas just hop on the back of the truck right there with the equipment and everything, and just hop out and set up. Yeah, it was usually some different stuff. You had what I'm saying, some brother that had a car and everything. He want to put his car into work. Might be a trooper to have a car, something like that. And some people roll with him. Things like that. Yeah, but all the equipment went in. Usually would go in the Potazai's truck.
Now, mute up for a second. Yeah. How did you find out? Wait up. Mute up for a second. Okay. How did you find out about all the scamming that your hunter was doing? Did somebody relay this information to you?
I learned so much from not being with them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Than I knew when I was actually with them. As far as with the financial and the money and stuff like that, I didn't have no idea of how much Johanna them made. I didn't have any idea. Nobody know where Johanna live at. You know what I'm saying? Um, certain things seemed a little on the modest side, certain things. But I heard that the generals was well paid, so I knew it was some money being circulated and all of that. You know, I knew they had, but as far as the extreme amounts of everything that they actually make, I didn't know a damn thing about that until that chart. I had no idea about none of that. I didn't know anything about them taking a Rosicrucian deal. I heard that they offered it to them and they supposed to had refused it or whatever the case was. But I didn't know anything about that stuff until being away from them niggas. You know.
And damn, from your experience meeting these men out of the Philadelphia branch, how did they treat you? Like, were they brotherly or they were like strict?
I mean, well, especially once I got rank and everything. I mean, it was a lot of ass kissing going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes, because I was pretty famous. Yeah, I was pretty famous. I would go to places. Officer Tarap, a lot of these people I ain't even damn know them. So I never I didn't see the snake like side of them and everything. And also too, you know, people always thought that my rank was higher than what it was too. A lot of people thought I was a captain. You know, so I mean, when it's like that, everybody put they fronting on and all of that type of stuff. Because a lot of them same niggas that was saying, yeah, I was the rock, da, 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 da. A lot of them same niggas, the same goddamn niggas is trying to attack me on Facebook. So yeah, no, the Philly dudes, you know, I was treated well. I was treated pretty good everywhere I went because they knew me. Because I was real consistent as far as my presence as teaching classes and camp speakings and certain events and things like that. And they knew me from Kapash and all of that. And they loved, a lot of people loved my classes and learned a lot from my classes and everything. So I was treated, I was treated pretty well. You know. I mean, even in Philly, I was treated pretty well. Even by even was respected even by the people whose rank was higher than mine. You know, I mean,
Did
sometimes
people
people
start?
they calling me, so, huh?
Did Did people start complaining to you about things that was going on and really turned?
Yeah, yeah, like what I was mentioning. Um, yeah, people would come to me with their complaints because they picked that up about me a long time ago. That I always been the type of nigga that go for the underdog, and you know, and people was smelling. I hate abuse of power, things like that. I always hated that, even when I was in the world, you know. And people could pick that up about you. That's why they would come to me with complaints, and things that they didn't want to tell anybody else, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, they confided in me, that's some of the dudes, I raised up, myself and everything. And also too, that I also did all the counseling of people in Indiana and Kentucky. Kaposh put that responsibility on me, because I'm more of a people person, a little more empathetic than what he is. That's just empathy was just not, and compassion and things like that was just not some of his strong points. So he had a good eye for talent, So he would have me to talk to him, I mean, he spotted this thing all the way back when I was a trooper. He was letting me even battle people as a trooper.
Have you seen any of these high-ranking men embarrassing any young brothers in the school?
Yes, brother, I've seen that. And I have been, high-ranking men trying to embarrass me, Yes, I have seen that. And some certain brothers in certain states, like, say, for instance, Detroit, that's one of them. Or, the captain there, he will damn sure, he don't do his own people like that. Because, see, you got a lot of games that's being played inside there, too. He don't want to run the risk of losing his own people, so he's not going to come at them like that. But what he will do is try to destabilize somebody else's camp. Now, check this out. Now, here's the thing. Okay, let me say there's a few incidents that that this brother did. All right, he ended up losing his rank eventually. About it, but what I was telling you about the stuff that they pulled down there in Kentucky, he was the ringleader. He was the ringleader of that. His name is he was Captain LeBon. I don't know what his rank is now. But you don't see much of a presence of him right now. He's still in the school, whatever. But one time we was where was we at? We was having a cookout. Yeah, it was one of the cookouts in Chicago. And everybody that, certain people that was going to be inside the work and run the grill and all of that type of stuff, had to be there real early at like 7 o'clock in the morning. All right. So we show up at 7 o'clock in the morning and nobody suited and booted really yet. Well, I was, because I really didn't, but, I didn't like, have like night clothes and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I just, I was the type of nigga, shit, where we was at, it was just kind of cold in there. A lot of times I just sleep in, you know what I'm saying? Pair of pants or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But Napataza showed up with some shorts on, and Captain LeBon saw him with them shorts on. He was bringing the sodas and everything. And LeBon seen him with the shorts on. Now mind you this, nobody's in the functions yet. Nobody's even at nobody's even at the park. It's just a few people, the people that's trying to set up things and stuff like that. I wouldn't have worn no shorts. But at the same time, yeah, I really didn't see nothing really wrong with it like that. You know what I'm saying? And we're not even, in the groove yet. It's very early in the morning and niggas is just setting up. Well, he seen a Potazar in them shorts. And he's like, Kaposh, what's his brother? What's the Potazar? Why is he wearing some damn shorts? Potazar, give me 100 push-ups right now. We don't come out.
Who said that? Who said that to him?
It was Captain LeBon, the captain out of Detroit. Okay, now there's another time. Now this is when, he rubbed me the wrong way, and I really didn't want to be around that brother like that for real. We was in Chicago when they had the school on 79th. And okay, he had gave me an order to these boneless chicken things, boneless chicken fillets, to cut them a certain kind of way. Because the guy that it was Mopatazar, the guy who got his wife taken, he was real good on the grill, and he was gonna run that grill. Plus, his rank was under mine, so he was gonna run that grill because he was like kind of like my grill partner and everything, But he showed up at the school late because it was grilling right outside the school. All right. Now, So until he got there, I was going, run things. The chicken was marinated, all of that, and I was, was ready to, start slicing. But then somebody gives me an order. Somebody else of higher rank than mine gives me an order because it was a liquor store right across the street. Gives me an order to run over to the liquor store and get a bottle of something. So, okay, now the school protocol is you follow the last order you was given, right? If one man gives you an order, and then another man comes by and gives you an order, right? You follow the order of the last man that gave you the order. You follow that one first. And if it's a problem, then it's between the last man that gave you the order and the first man that gave you the order. The problem is between them two. You just follow the last order that was given to you. So now, okay, so I had to neglect I had somebody like watch it for me until I got back. Make sure that no bugs or no shit got on the shit, no flies or anything. So I, get ready to, run across to the store, and this nigga, come out to school and everything, like Tarap, I told you, and I'm trying to explain. I'm like, look, I'm trying to, I just got an order to get, he's like, he wouldn't even let me talk. He just like, follow the order. Oh, you didn't have too much to drink? All of that type of shit. That's how this nigga's coming. You try to explain yourself, because one thing, these niggas hate to be wrong. And I was perfectly in the right behind what the hell I was doing. I was doing what the hell I was taught. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I really don't want to be around this nigga like that. But see, here's the thing. Like I was saying, I was a part of the I hadn't moved up to Minnesota yet. Now I was still in Indianapolis. But see, look how he's trying to subtly destable, because Kapash was a captain right up under his rank. Look how he tried to destable his, you know what I'm saying? Try to destable his camp a bit. Trying to get you angry, trying to get you all in your goddamn feelings. You know what I'm saying? Because he's power drunk, you know what I'm saying? Because he listened to that shit Marquardt and Hyman talk. His goddamn rank by listening to them niggas. Now them niggas don't even have a goddamn thing to do with him. He used to be Marquardt's right-hand man. Now he's up under his own right-hand man.
Well, can you mute up for a second? You've been dropping a lot of heavy stuff, man, that you went through in there. And I hope the people that's listening here learned a lot, because the same thing he's talking about it hasn't stopped. It's still going on. These men are still using people, using these titles over their brothers and sisters to control them. Y'all are like puppets under these men. You know what I'm saying? And when y'all gonna wake up and stop following man and start following the Almighty himself? Because the thing I'm gonna say before we close it up is that no man got power over no man's salvation or woman's salvation on this earth. I can't save nobody on this panel, and nobody on this panel can save me. I can't save nobody on them streets. I can't save not a soul among our people. The Most High himself gave that power to one individual. That's a Messiah. Some of us call him by different names. Yahushua, Yeshua, Yoshua. It's the same man. We know who we're talking about. All power was given unto him. He controls salvation. Understand? None of these men do. It's time for our people to leave these groups. Leave these men by themselves. Leave them homeless. Stop supporting them. These men are dictators. That's all they are. Power hungry, want to control people. That's all. And the Most High ain't anointed none of them. They can't prove that the Lord Himself anointed them in any position they call in themselves. They don't fit the criteria of none of these titles they claim: general, captain, officer, bishop, deacon, apostle. If you look up what an apostle is, you look at the GMS, them damn overclown, them damn monkeys. They a bunch of monkeys, man. They asked me to be in a zoo. When you look up deacon and bishop, these men don't fit none of the criterias. See, we've been in the ghetto too damn long, and everybody on this earth been spitting on us. And you come into an organization, these men make you feel like you're important. And they give you a little title or rank that really don't mean nothing to the world. Maybe to you in there, but in the world, it don't mean nothing to nobody. Only yourself. Honor the king, respect the king. That's what it's about. We're gonna close shop. Last words, brother.
Going off of what you were saying, all of this is the whole conclusion that I came up, to what you're saying, because I was believing in the whole structure and all of that type of stuff, because I thought that ISUPK would actually be the seed that the Lord would use to actually bring the nation together. That's what I believed for years, until I found out, no, that is not true. You know, it is so not true. And Christ got to straighten this thing out, because as the scriptures say, woe is the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm. You know what I'm saying? So we can't make flesh our arm. Not only do men have these shortcomings, shortcomings and everything. Yeah, you can get over that. But see, here's the thing: when you got people purposely trying to destroy one another, and purposely trying to do the same damn thing that Esau does, the same damn thing that the white man does to you, just like you left the damn white man, you got to leave these dudes too. You know what I'm saying? You got to leave them too. Or you're going to become just like them. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say.
So thank you for coming on. And anytime you want to come back, you can mute up for a second. Okay. Yeah, thank you for coming on and giving your testimony. Very powerful, man. Very, very, very powerful. And I'm glad we had a chance to bring you on here and enlighten people, people that's listening, to what's going on in these camps. Because what's going on in this camp, the camp that you're talking about, is going on in every camp. The same manipulation, the same deceiving spirits, the same thievery, the same lies that's being taught to everyone. And it needs to stop. But I don't control what's going to happen to these men. And I really don't give a damn what's going to happen to these men. I'm only concerned about my soul salvation. You understand? If these men don't repent, it's over for them. It's a wrap. Because they're going to come a day where the Almighty Himself going to get tired of the bullshit of all of us. And He going to shut that shit down permanently. So thank you for coming on. You're welcome to come back anytime you want and contribute some more information if you feel you want to do that. This is your home. You can come back anytime you feel like it. And we'll definitely bring you back if that's what you want to do. So with that, Karima, you got any last words? Karima, you got any last words?
Somebody in the contact said, "Where can I contact you at?"
Tarap, can you hear us? Yeah, you can. Somebody said in the comment section, where can they get in contact with you?
Okay, they can my Facebook page is Tarap Southwick. They could just hit me in the DM, or I can give them my phone number. Yeah, they could just send me a friend request. If we ain't already friends or whatever, and just shoot a message to my DM.
Okay. And with that, we say all peace and glory to our people worldwide. Can you mute up? I'm saying, yeah. With that, we say all peace and glory to our people worldwide. And I know I get a little hot, but I'm very passionate about when I speak because I'm sick and tired of people being messed over like what I see in these organizations. That's why I get tired. That's why I get hot like that. Because I don't want no man or woman on this earth among our people who've been destroyed by this society to be destroyed anymore by their own. I'm tired of that. So with that, we're going to say shalom and peace and tune in to the next Lion's Den broadcast. Shalom.
I want you and that young man to tie that knot. I'm gonna pray for you. And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes.
It's the old
He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped get off the island.
Let me get straight to the business. Yeah. Got them lions in the building. Yeah. Why you lying to the children? Yeah. Why you lying to the children? RIGHTEOUS. Man, you know I've been to bed. Man, they know they no contest. Yahoo, he do the bled. We will not see you tomorrow. Cause you cannot go to thought. All the sons and all the daughters. Standing all the big man daughters. But my son, he made me Taurus. On that line, I'm still a Taurus. Karate kicking Chuck Norris, 4-5 on my waist. If he started, will not hesitate to get retarded. Oh lordy, he ain't got a PowerPoint, he forest. He running to the hills like a Philistine. Jihad hitting hamites with the guillotine. Situation turned up with the ratchet team. JJ 7000 to the bait lead. Yeah, I know them haters gon' hate me, but he won't debate me. Pistol off safety. He respond, come wake me. If I don't get up, nigga shake me. Really give me up. If he don't show up, then he fake G. I touch down and make these nigga nuts hate me. Dear brother. Balling and crawling all the way from H-Time. Let me get straight to the business. Man, them lions in the building. Why you lying to them children? Why you lying to them children? You gon' cry, you gon' get it. Me, I'm like a frog, nigga, ribbit. Of course, it's in the spirit. I just got the Porsche, she can steer it. Michael caught the raw, Shaq and Willie. Lamborghini doors, you better not spill it. Mama's high, say I'm more than just a villain. Mama's cry, arms open wide for her children. Suicide, immortalized as the realest, yeah. Death by cop, black suicide. Let me get straight to the business. Got them lions in the building. Why you lying to them children? Yeah. Why you lying to them children? RIGHTEOUS. Man, you know I've been there. Man, they know they no contest. Yahoo, he do the bled. Wow, what's that? Why didn't take it over? Number one debate league, you heard me? When it's up, it's stuck. I'm selling on everything, nigga. cheeseburger, Big Mac Whopper, hamburger cheeseburger, Big Mac Whopper, hamburger cheeseburger, Big Mac Whopper, hamburger cheeseburger, Big Mac Whopper, and a side of fries.